Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Comedy on this Thursday with episodes of the Jack Benny program from Jack's final season, Father Knows Best starring Robert Young, the Screen Directors Playhouse from 1949, The Trouble with Women starring Ray Milland, and Mr. Ace and Jane from 1948, and we'll wrap it all up with another episode of Lum and Abner. That's what's coming up on this Sure Happy It's Thursday. It is, however, the start of a brand new month, the first day of May, 121st day of the year, 244 days left in 2025. Started the general strike on this date in 1886, which eventually won the 8-hour workday in the U.S. These events today commemorated as May Day or Labor Day in most industrialized countries. In the U.S., it is May Day because there's another Memorial Day, or rather Labor Day, and that's later in the year. Schofield mine disaster on this date in 1900 killed 200 in Fort Schofield, Utah, in now the fifth worst mining accident in U.S. history. The Pan American Exposition opened in Buffalo, New York on this date in 1901. The Lusitania departed New York City on this date in 1915 on her 200th and final crossing of the North Atlantic. 6 days later, the ship torpedoed off the Irish coast with the loss of 1,198 lives, 128 Americans, rousing American sentiment against Germany as they head toward World War I, or the Big War. In 1927, the first cooked meals on a scheduled flight introduced in 1927 on an Imperial Airways flight from London to Paris. In 1931, the Empire State Building dedicated in New York City. The 1940 Summer Olympics canceled due to war. 1941, Orson Welles' Citizen Kane premiered in New York City.
6 years ago, I looked at a picture of the world's greatest newspaper men. I felt like a kid in front of a candy store. Well, tonight, 6 years later, I got my candy. All of it. Welcome, gentlemen, to the Inquirer. Make up an extra copy of that picture and send it to the Chronicle, will you? It'll make you all happy to learn that our circulation this morning was the greatest in New York. 684,000.
684,132.
Right. Having that spoken to, I hope you'll forgive my rudeness in taking leave of you. I'm going abroad next week for a vacation. I promised my doctor for some time now that I'd leave when I could, and I now realize that I can't.
Citizen Kane premiering on this date in 1941. Guam organized as a U.S. Commonwealth on this date in 1950, and in 1956 the polio vaccine made available to the public thanks to Jonas Salk. In 1960, Francis Gary Powers in a Lockheed U-2 spy plane shot down over the Soviet Union, sparking a diplomatic crisis.
Were you aware, defendant, that in penetrating into Soviet territory and violating the Soviet border, you were infringing upon the sovereignty of the Soviet Union? Yes, I was aware of this.
Francis Gary Powers, a U-2 pilot, shot down over Russia on this date in 1960. Elvis married a young woman he met in Germany on this date in 1967.
Did you meet anyone special in Germany?
Not any special one. There was a little girl that I was seeing quite often over there that her father was in the Air Force, and actually, they only got over there about 2 months before I left. I was seeing her, and she was at the airport when I left. And there were some pictures made of her, but it was no big romance.
But it must have been enough of a romance. Elvis married Priscilla Beaulieu on this date in 1967 at the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas. The National Railroad Passenger Corporation, better known as Amtrak, formed on this date in 1971 to take over U.S. passenger rail service. The 1982 World's Fair opened on this date in Knoxville, Tennessee. Disney MGM Studios opened on this date in 1989 in Orlando. And it was on this date in 1992, on the third day of Los Angeles riots, African-American criminal Rodney King appeared in public before television news cameras to appeal for calm.
Can we all get along? Can we get along? Can we stop making it horrible for the older people and the kids?
Rodney King, who was rather beaten up by police, let's be honest. And people were supporting him, but in the same time that they were supporting him, they were destroying their community. Rodney King saying, can't we all just get along? In 2003, in what became known as the Mission Accomplished speech, President George W. Bush declared major combat operations in Iraq have ended on board the USS Abraham Lincoln off the coast of California.
Major combat operations in Iraq have ended. In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
Bush's assertion and the sign itself became controversial after guerrilla warfare in Iraq increased during the Iraqi insurgency. The vast majority of casualties, both military and civilian, occurred after the speech. 2 years later, in 2005, an Australian man working in Iraq apparently abducted there, according to a videotape distributed to news agencies that showed the man pleading for his life and asking President Bush to withdraw the U.S. military.
They are strong. They will look after themselves against their neighbours. Please help me. I don't want to die.
Douglas Wood, who was married to an American woman and lived in California, was held hostage for 6 weeks until he was rescued by Iraqi army troops. Puerto Rican government ran out of money on this date in 2006. Schools closed and all government agencies shut down for a period of time. 2011, Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden shot and killed by Navy SEALs.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda.
President Obama announcing the successful operation. And it was on this date also in 2011, Pope John Paul II beatified by his successor, Pope Benedict XVI. Passing away on this date in history, bandleader Spike Jones, activist Eldridge Cleaver, actor Steve Reeves, the delightful Miss Elizabeth, wrestler and manager, and for a period of time the wife of Macho Man Randy Savage. As the World Turns, actress Helen Wagner, Janice Rand on the original Star Trek television series, Grace Lee Whitley, actress Olympia Dukakis, and singer-songwriter guitarist Gordon Lightfoot, all passing away on this date in history. Birthdays on this date include Wild West performer Calamity Jane, singer Kate Smith, comedian and actor Louis Nye, conductor Walter Susskind, also actor Glenn Ford, TV host Jack Parr, who left the Tonight Show because of a water closet joke. And it did not suit him well because he ended up leaving the show and coming back as doing some spot shows on NBC. And the person that followed him after 6 months to get out of a contract with ABC, a fellow you might have heard of by the name of Carson. Yeah. Also born on this date, actor Dan O'Herlihy, also novelist Joseph Heller, game show host Art Fleming, astronaut Scott Carpenter, country singer Sonny James, Young Love, and broadcast journalist Max Robinson, all born on this date in history.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Judy Collins, great folk singer, Both Sides now, her biggest hit, 86 years old today. Rita Coolidge is 80. Ray Parker Jr., Who You Gonna Call? Ghostbusters, 71 years old today. She was the judge on the People's Court for 22 of the 39-season run of the show. Marilyn Milian is 64 today. Faith Hill's husband, Tim McGraw, Don't Take the Girl, 58 years old today. And he was Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey. Jamie Dornan is 43.
We only do what you're comfortable with. But you need all those things.
I need you more.
From 50 Shades of Grey, Jamie Dornan, 43 today. Those just a few of the people celebrating the first day of May as their birthday. And if this is your birthday...
We baked you a birthday cake. If you get a tummy ache and you moan and groan and woe, don't forget we told you so. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Make a wish, dear, and blow out the candles.
Here they go.
We'll head out to Hollywood, see what's going on in Beverly Hills with Jack Benny in an episode from the final month of the program series, 70 years ago, May 1st, 1955, when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues in a moment.
There is a defense against radioactive fallout. During enemy attack, get to a shelter immediately. Stay there until local officials advise you it's safe to leave. Be prepared.
All right, we're lucky enough to have another master recording of the Jack Benny program. This was, when they say transcribed, that means pre-recorded. And this show was pre-recorded, broadcast on May 1st, 1955, 70 years ago today. And let's look at some of Jack's love letters in a minute.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike, the cigarette that tastes better. This is Don Wilson, friends. And I certainly agree there's no time like right now to light up a Lucky and find out firsthand what real deep-down smoking enjoyment is. I mean the enjoyment that comes from better taste, because a Lucky tastes better every time. And the reasons are world famous. First of all, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Tobacco's so light, so fine, so mild, it just naturally tastes better. And then something very important happens to Lucky's fine tobacco. It's toasted. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that brings Lucky's naturally good-tasting tobacco to its peak of flavor. Tones it up to make it taste even better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. So right now, while the show gets underway, or whenever it's light-up time for you, be happy, go Lucky. Enjoy Lucky Strike, the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked. The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does his last television show of the season. But meanwhile, let's go back to yesterday. It's spring again. And as we take you out to Jack's home in Beverly Hills, we find Rochester up in the attic, busy with the spring cleaning.
Well, I got all the magazines stacked up. Now I'll move this box over and... Hello, what's this? I never saw these before. A bundle of Mr. Benny's old love letters. I wonder if I should... No, I'd be a heel if I read them. But nobody would know I'm a heel but me, and I ain't gonna tell anybody. I think I'll open this pink one first. Well, look at this. My darling Blossom boy. I've been thinking of you all day. I still thrill to the memory of how you said goodnight to me and crushed me in your powerful arms. Powerful arms. That can't be the boss. I know how excited you must be about having been elected captain of our school football team. But I can't get over your reluctance to talk about it. You're so modest. Modest? That can't be the boss. We sure had fun celebrating your election at the ice cream parlor. And wasn't it lucky I had my purse when you discovered you forgot your money? That's my boss. Thank you for inviting me to go to the junior prom with you on Friday night. But I'd better meet you on the corner. You see, Daddy is very angry with you, and in a way I don't blame him. I know that business is business, but why did you have to foreclose on our house? And another thing.
Now, Rochester, when you finish up here in the attic, Hey, what are you doing with those old letters?
I'm putting them away.
Rochester, have you been reading my old love letters?
Oh, no, boss, not me.
Well, then put them away and straighten up this pile of books in the corner.
Okay, Blossom boy.
Oh, so you have been reading them.
Just one of them, boss. The one that signed Eloise.
Eloise. Oh, yes. Eloise Stanley. Rochester, you should have seen her. Long golden curls, big brown eyes, rosy cheeks, dimples. When she smiled, she was the silliest looking dame you ever saw. Now, come on, let's finish straightening the attic. Put that carton on top of the trunk.
Yes, sir. How about putting the... Boss, what are you looking at?
This old picture album. Most of them were taken when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Say, who's that man in this picture here? A relative?
No, he was my first violin teacher. May he rest in peace. And oh, look, here's a picture of me taken when I was 2 years old. Look at me lying there in bed, hugging that big teddy bear.
Yeah. Doggone, it's almost as big as the one you sleep with now.
Not quite. And this is my sister, Florence.
Who's that on the other page?
Oh, that's my second violin teacher. May he rest in peace. Oh, look, here's a picture of my graduating class in grammar school.
Gee, they sure are a nice-looking bunch of kids. Wait a minute, boss, I don't see you.
Well, I took the picture. See, I had a little photography business on the side. Now, look, here's a picture of our house in Waukegan.
Sure is a nice place. Who's the man standing out in front?
Oh, he's my third violin teacher.
Is he resting in peace?
I don't know. He ran away and joined the Foreign Legion. And Rochester, here's the picture of... Oh, that must be some of my gang. We're going to rehearse here today.
You want me to come down and take notes?
No, I think there'll be a lot of changes in the script, so I asked my secretary, Jeanette Iman, to come over. See you later. Gee, seeing all those pictures reminds me of the very first violin concert I gave before an audience of thousands of people. May they rest in peace. What memories. Coming. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
What are you giggling about, kid?
Well, this morning I went out in my yard and I caught a gopher.
Why should that make you laugh?
I got him in my shirt and he tickles.
Dennis, you got a gopher inside your shirt?
No, I just said that for a joke. But why didn't you laugh?
A joke?
You got no sense of humor at all.
Look.
No wonder they put your program on Sunday when people are at church.
Close the door and come inside.
Oh, am I on time for rehearsal?
You're the first one here. I asked you to come a little early on purpose. I sent you your new contract, Dennis, last week. Have you signed it?
Well, no, it hasn't come back from the doctor yet.
The doctor?
My mother knows how you like to hide clauses, so she's having it x-rayed.
Oh, your mother. She's never satisfied with anything.
Oh, you're wrong about that, Mr. Benny. She liked the present I gave her this morning for her birthday.
Say, today is her birthday.
Uh-huh.
What'd you give her your mother, Dennis?
Well, something she's always wanted. So I had them made for her, a set of dishes, and every dish is shaped like an L.
Why would your mother want all her dishes L-shaped?
When she throws them at my father, in case she misses, they come back to her.
L-shaped dishes? That's the silliest thing I ever heard of.
Yeah, she hasn't missed in 20 years.
That I can believe.
Well, what did you receive on my mother's birthday, Mr. Benny?
Dennis, why should I get presents on your mother's birthday?
Oh, it's in our contract.
Oh, yes.
Gee, I don't know what to get you for Labor Day.
You'll think of something. Now, Dennis, what song are you going to do on the program this Sunday?
Well, I've had a lot of requests to do An Irishman Will Steal Your Heart Away.
Good. Now, run over it once, just for me, before the rest of the gang gets here for rehearsal.
Yes, sir. Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When that rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. An Englishman has manners, or an Englishman has charm. They say it's truly difficult to ruffle his plum. He'll hold you and he'll kiss you, but wherever he may be, at 4 o'clock he'll have to stop to sip a cup of tea. But an Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When that rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. A Frenchman is romantic, and the French have savoir-faire. When he makes love to you, it's always très, très debonair. He'll say to you, toujours l'amour, my life on you depends. But next day he'll be making love to two of your best friends. But an Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When that rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. An Irishman will steal your heart away. Italian men are fiery, man, not Italian men are warm. When they make love with all the fury of the storm. But you can change the flame to ice and make them run for life. All you gotta do is eat the spaghetti with the knife, like I wish, you see. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. Bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When that rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. An Irishman will steal your heart away. The German man is steady. Ach, the German man is smart. For he'll come round and around again to win the Fräulein's heart. But you can lose him easily and to make him hide his face. When he comes round to see you, tell him, this is not the place. Oh, an Irishman will steal your heart away. He'll bedevil you and beguile you with his hullabaloo ballet. When that rogue turns on the brogue, your heart will go astray. An Irishman will steal your heart away. Well, how'd you like it, Mr. Benny?
Oh, that was fine, Dennis. It'll probably sound even better, you know. Come in. Oh, hello, Miss Iman.
Hello.
Well, summer must be around the corner when my little secretary comes to rehearsal in a bare midriff.
Well, the weather's kind of warm, and this midriff dress is comfortable.
Yeah, but it must be very inconvenient.
What do you mean, inconvenient?
No place to carry a gopher.
Dennis, stop. Now, Miss Iman, you know I'm not a very strict boss, and I don't care how you dress when you're not working. But I do think those bare midriffs are a little immodest.
Immodest, but everybody out here wears them.
Not my girlfriend, Gladys. She's too modest to wear them.
Well, she's not modest. She just doesn't want to show her tattooing.
Dennis.
She has more pictures on her than Channel 2.
Now, be quiet. One little battleship and everybody makes a big thing out of it. Anyway, Miss Iman, I don't want to be dictatorial, but just because you've been working for me, you know, for 9 years, I don't think you should take advantage of me by coming to rehearsal in a bare midriff. My last secretary was with me for 10 years and never wore a bare midriff.
But he was a man.
That's beside the point. You know, sometimes... Excuse me. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Mr. Kitzel.
Hello, Mr. Kitzel. Hey, what can I do for you?
Nothing at all. I just called up to tell you how much I enjoyed your radio program last week.
Well, I'm glad you listened to it.
I didn't listen. I was there at the show.
Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get the tickets?
What tickets? I was nonchalantly walking down the street when all of a sudden somebody threw a sack over me, gave me a bump on the head, and the next thing I knew, somebody is whispering in my ear, "Welcome to CBS."
That's the way we get them in here. Oh, I see.
And you know, when the program was over, I went back to see you, but you was already gone. But I did see that other comedian.
Which other comedian?
Edgar Bernstein.
You mean Edgar Bergen?
Yeah.
He's very funny. By the way, Mr. Kitzel, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, this is because I now have a job as an extra in pictures. I already worked in 6 westerns.
In Western pictures?
Yeah, they went that way. And smile when you say that, partner.
Say, you're pretty good.
Oh, you should see me on a horse.
Oh, can you ride?
The best. When I'm on a horse, I'm looking like Hopalong.
Cassidy?
Who, me? You know I'm working now steady in pictures, Mr. Benny, and if you ever come out to Republic Studios, please look me up.
I will.
Just ask for Tex. Everybody knows me.
Tex, where'd you ever get a name like Tex?
Well, it's natural. After all, I was born in Texas.
Mr. Kitzel, you were born in Texas?
Deep in the heart of.
Well, what do you know? I thought that... Oh, excuse me, Mr. Kitzel, I better hang up. There's someone at the door.
You're excused. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, hi, Jack. I'm not late for rehearsal, am I?
No, come on in, Don. I'm glad you brought the sportsman with you. Hi, fellas. I'm sick of that, too, already. Say, come on in, everybody. Say, Don, how come you're dressed that way?
Oh, I just came from the golf course, Jack. I played 18 holes this morning.
I didn't know you played golf.
Yeah, I just took up the game. I take lessons twice a week now.
Oh, that's not... How are you playing?
Oh, pretty good. But I'm having a lot of trouble with my tee shots.
Well, Don, hitting off the tee is one of the easiest shots in golf. You just remember one thing. Keep your eye on the ball.
That's my trouble. I know it's down there, but I'm not sure where.
Well, with you, that could be a problem, you know. What course did you play today?
Oh, I was out at your club, Jack, Hillcrest, and I was doing all right until I came to that 4th green, you know, the one that's down in a gully.
Wait a minute, Don. The 4th green isn't in a gully. It's on top of a hill.
Not anymore.
Look, Don, if you...
Come on, let's get this rehearsal over with. My gopher's getting hungry.
Dennis, you said it was a joke. Now leave it alone.
I think we ought to get started. It's getting late, Jack.
Jack? Miss Iman, you called me Jack.
What do you want me to call you, Blue Eyes?
Not during business hours. That's for night. Or drive-in movies. Now, come on, let's all go in the den and rehearse. Huh?
Boss, you can't rehearse. The scripts haven't arrived from the studio yet.
That's funny. They always send them to my house so we can... Hey, that must be the scripts now. Come in.
Hello, everybody. Long time no see.
Well, Steve. Hey, kids, this is my publicity man, Steve Bradley. Steve, what brings you around? What's up?
Benny, I'm worried. You're slipping, Dad. We got to do something about your publicity.
Publicity? Well, that's your department.
I know, and I've been working like crazy to get a good stunt to land you on the front pages. Benny, I want you to be as well known as Smog.
Smog? What's good about smog?
It's in the public eye. Oh, Benny, I'm thinking every minute.
No, bro. Look, Steve, can't you wait?
Can't wait. No time to lose. I thought this was so urgent that when I couldn't reach you by telephone, I sent a message by carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon? Well, that must have been the pigeon that landed on my windowsill.
Yeah. Didn't you see the message tied to its ankle?
Message? Rochester!
Don't look at me. You ate the legs.
See, I thought the paper on that leg was a pandy.
Now, Benny, I've been giving this serious thought. We've got to come up with something for you, something unusual, some sort of a stunt.
Now, wait a minute, Steve. Wait a minute. I don't want any more of your stunts. The last time you had an idea, you wanted me to go to Houston, climb into the Big Inch pipeline, and swim all the way to New York. What was so great about that?
I had it timed so you would crawl out the other end on Groundhog Day.
Well, I'm not doing it.
Wait a minute, Benny. Wait a minute. Hold it.
What?
Why didn't I think of this before? What an idea.
All right, what is it?
Baseball.
Huh?
Look, some years ago, Bob Hope bought himself the Cleveland Indians. Bing Crosby bought the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today, who is everybody talking about?
George Goebel.
What?
And there you are.
Oh, be quiet. Now, Steve, what are you getting at?
Benny, you've got to have a baseball team.
Well, look, Steve, I like the idea, but a baseball team is liable to run into a lot of money.
Leave it to me, Benny. I'll find you a team that won't cost you much dough.
Well, good.
I'll get you a team that's unknown, but with a proper training, in a year or two, you can sell them to somebody else and clear yourself a net profit of $1 million.
Gee, his eyes didn't pop out like that when I came in with a bare midriff.
Please, Jeanette.
Miss Iman during working hours.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Well, all right, Steve. It sounds like a great idea. Go out and get me a baseball team.
Leave it to me, Benny. So long, everybody.
You know, kids, I think Bradley's got a good idea with that baseball team.
He certainly has, Jack, and look at the commercials you can do.
Commercials with baseball?
Why, certainly. You've got the quartet right here, and they can take a song and fit it to anything.
Don, I'm not sure.
Now, Jack, look, I'll show you. They can even ad-lib one right now.
Ad-lib a song about baseball?
Sure. Go ahead, fellas, show him.
I love baseball in the springtime. I love baseball in the fall.
I talk baseball in the winter.
When it drizzles.
I play baseball in the summer.
When it sizzles. I love baseball every moment. Every moment of the year. I love baseball. Why, oh why do I love baseball? Because I like to hear. And we love Luckies in the springtime. We love Luckies in the fall.
I smoke Luckies in the winter.
When it's freezing.
I smoke Luckies in the summer.
They're so pleasing. We smoke Luckies at the ball game. Every Lucky makes a hit, that's clear. We like Luckies. Why, oh why do we like Luckies? Because we like to hear. Be happy, go Lucky Strike. It's light up time.
Don, that was wonderful, and I think this baseball idea is going to work out great. It'll give me a lot of publicity.
You're right, Jack. After all, baseball's the national sport. Everybody loves it.
Don's right, Mr. Benny. You know, yesterday a bunch of my friends came over to my house and asked me to play baseball.
Oh, did you play?
Sure, but every time I hit the ball, I broke a window.
What?
I broke 7 windows.
Well, kid, maybe when you went outside, you played too close to the house.
Oh, outside!
Look, Dennis, why can't you...
Well, Jack, look, I haven't been home yet from the golf course, so let's get on with the rehearsal, will you?
Don, we can't. The scripts aren't here yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't you call up CBS and see what's wrong?
All right, I will. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. I know a way to save 80 cents. I'll drill a hole and I'll look through the fence. Dum dum dee dum da dee dum.
Oh, Mabel, what is it, Gertrude? Your outside line is flashing. You get it, will you? Okay. Columbia Broadcasting System. Oh, hello. What? Just a minute, I'll connect you. Mabel, it's Mr. Benny. I wonder what Blossom Boy wants now. He wants me to connect him with the mimeograph department because they haven't delivered his scripts yet. Scripts? Well, how do you like that? And he palms himself off as an ad-lib comedian. Yeah. He couldn't ad-lib a click if he had fool's teeth. Ain't it the truth? I don't care if he can ad-lib or not. I think he's cute. Now, why should you think he's cute? He's gone out with me more times than he has with you. He has not. He has too. Oh, Mabel, let's not argue. When we look like we do, we should be happy we got each other. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm expecting Mr. Benny to pop the question any day now. Pop the question? Why, Mabel, how do you know what happened? What did he say to you? But tell me all about it. Which board is buzzing? I won't answer till you tell me. Come on, Mabel, don't keep me in suspense. I'm getting all over goose pimples. Don't hold out on me. You've agitated my curiosity. Tell me, why? Through the switchboard. Huh? Okay. Due to a strike, only emergency calls will be handled. Now, Mabel, tell me what happened. What did he say to you? He didn't say anything. He just kissed me, and I felt so silly. Why? When he kisses me with those thick glasses on, I feel like I'm window shopping. Yeah. I know just what you mean. You do? Yeah. One time when he was kissing me, I saw my reflection in his glasses, and I thought my mother was watching her.
Operator, I want the mimeograph department. What? Well, when you get them, tell them to send the scripts out to my house. Goodbye. Well, kids, there's nothing to do but wait, I guess. We won't be able to rehearse now.
Hold everything, Benny, I'm back.
Steve.
Yeah, Benny, you wanted a baseball team and Bradley didn't let you down.
Hey, that's swell.
Now, just sign this contract and the team is yours for $1,000.
Good. There you are. Now, what's the name of the team?
The BBBs.
BBBs, what's that?
Benny's Buxom Bloomer Girls.
Bloomer Girls?
Certainly, Benny, I can see it now. All over the sporting page. Pictures of Bob Hope and his Indians, Bing Crosby and his Pirates, Jack Benny and his Bloomers.
But, Steve, you can't do this
So
to me.
long, Benny. See you out at the field.
Steve! How do you like that? A girls' team. I got a mind to...
Oh, Mr. Benny.
What?
Your slip is showing.
Imagine a girls' baseball team.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's an important message from the United States Forestry Service. Picnic time and camping time have frequently become disaster time. A lighted match or cigarette carelessly discarded, the burning embers of a campfire often start forest fires that destroy watersheds and burn millions of acres of timber that is vitally needed to build America's strength. When you're in the woods, do your part to prevent forest fires. Be sure every campfire, every match, every cigarette is out. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment to tell you about his television show, which goes on immediately after this program. But right now, here's a suggestion for you. That's a grand idea for a pleasant Sunday evening at home, or any time at all when you want to enjoy a really great cigarette. Just lean back and light up a Lucky, because every Lucky you light is sure to give you better taste. And here's why. First, Luckies are made of fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, mild, naturally good-tasting tobacco. And then that tobacco is toasted. It's toasted is the famous Lucky Strike process that tones up Lucky's fine tobacco, brings it to its peak of flavor, makes it taste even better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. Result, Lucky Strike, the best-tasting cigarette you ever smoked. So right now, friends, or any time at all when it's light-up time for you, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your cigarette better-tasting Lucky Strike.
Well, Rochester, I got to rush over to the studio and do my last television show of the season.
Yes, I know. Say, boss, usually on your last show you send out tickets to all your friends.
I did this time, Rochester. Everyone I know is going to be in that audience except Mr. Scarlatti.
Mr. Scarlatti? Who's he?
My fourth violin teacher. May he rest in his straitjacket. Anyway, folks, I'll see you in a few minutes on my television show and next week again on radio.
There will be 3 more Jack Benny shows following the airing of this show once it aired on May 1st, 1955. And the shows would kind of be, some of them were recycled, partly, including the show that would be the next week's show, A Day at the Beach. And then in 2 weeks you would have Jack painting his house, going to meet his old pal, Stub Wilbur. And then the final show would be a, believe it or not, a feature for Mel Blanc as Twombly, Eugene Twombly, the sound man on the show. And it would be the final show of the season, and nobody knew it would be the last show of the season, because of the series altogether, because the American Tobacco Company decided not to renew the radio contract, but continued on television. 70 years ago, May 1st, 1955, the Jack Benny program on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll head over to Springfield and see what's going on in the household of the Andersons with Father Knows Best.
There are 2 air raid warning signals. A steady blast of 3 to 5 minutes means attack is probable. A wavering tone or series of short blasts means take cover.
This Thursday comedy edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues now with an episode of Father Knows Best starring Robert Young. As you'll be able to tell, it's a slightly different kind of show than the television show was. The radio show was nowhere near as warm-hearted and family-oriented as the TV show. The radio show was more of a comedy. And this show from 73 years ago, May 1st, 1952, you can tell it by the name because my name is Sam.
Now listen to Father Knows Best, transcribed, starring Robert Young as Father. Welcome to Springfield, and another half-hour visit with the folks in the White Frame House on Maple Street. Sit back and enjoy life with the Andersons, Kathy, Bud, Betty, Margaret, and Jim, as the head of this typical American household again sets out to prove that Father knows best.
Due to either purely biological accident or to some higher prearranged plan,
Some children are boys and some are girls. The results of this plan are not always universally satisfactory to the young specimens involved, such as is currently the case with the smallest member of the family occupying the white frame house on Maple Street, one Kathy Anderson. Life as a girl, she feels, is much too limiting, and to prove it, she can cite innumerable incidents, such as, well, for example, the incident that occurred while Kathy was playing on the back porch early one afternoon, like this.
Kathy, what are you doing out here? You're shaking the whole house.
Hi, Mommy.
Kathy, stop this awful racket. Kathy!
I'm building a car. I'm going to Detroit.
Well, I can't stand the noise. Build it someplace else.
I can't. Somehow I got it nailed to the porch and I can't get it loose.
How do you expect to get to Detroit if your car is nailed to the porch?
Oh, I'm not going in this. I'm just building this to enter the soapbox derby.
Kathy, the soapbox derby is for boys, not girls.
Oh, gosh, that's all I hear. For boys. Everything's for boys.
Oh, now, Kathy, girls can do just as many things as boys.
Can girls join the YMCA?
Well, no.
There, you see?
Yes, but boys can't join the YWCA, and girls can.
Who wants to join it if there's no boys in it?
Well, I'm not going to stand out here arguing with you all day. I want you to come in and get cleaned up because you and Betty and I are going to have our pictures taken this afternoon.
Me too? I'm going to be in it?
Yeah. Won't that be fun?
Nah.
Well, you're going to have to be in it whether you like it or not. Come on. I've laid out that little blue organdy dress for you to wear.
Mother, what time will that photographer be here?
Oh, around 3:30, I think.
Will I have time to run down to the beauty shop for just a quick set?
Heavens, no.
I don't want to come out in the paper looking utterly icky.
In the paper? Are we going to be in the paper?
Right in the middle of the women's page.
Women's page. Ugh.
Well, what's the matter with you, sourpuss?
She's unhappy because she's a girl. Now you get upstairs and get in that tub.
Oh, all right.
Margaret, I'm home.
I'll just have to try to do something with this fright wig of mine.
Margaret, I have a wonderful idea. Oh, hello, Princess.
Hello. Mother, how do you think I'd look with a poodle cut?
Well, now, personally, I think a poodle cut is very attractive, especially around the ankles.
Oh, Jim. Why are you home in the middle of the afternoon? Is anything wrong at the office?
No, I just got everything cleaned up early, and I have a real wonderful idea.
Oh? What is it?
Well, actually, I'm doing this for Bud. I thought he'd get a big kick out of it, and it would be good for him, too.
Well, what is it?
Margaret, look at the calendar.
The calendar?
Tomorrow morning is the opening of trout season, and I'm going to take Bud on a little fishing trip.
Why, I think that's a splendid idea.
You do?
Why, yes.
Well, I better break the news to Bud. Is he home?
Yes, I think he's in the den lying down.
Lying down? Is anything wrong?
Well, I asked him to clean out the garage, and he suddenly got a very strange pain in his head. So he's lying there with an ice bag on his chest.
His chest? I thought the pain was in his head.
Well, he evidently found it was too hard to read comic books with that ice bag half over his eyes, so he switched the pain to his chest.
Very convenient. Well, I think I can cure that all right. He's in the den, you say?
He was, the last I saw of him.
Fishy, fishy in the brook. Bud, are you in here?
Huh? Oh, Dad. You home?
No, I'm guiding a group of Des Moines school teachers to Carlsbad Cabaret.
Oh, I mean, it's so early.
Well, I came home to see how you're coming with cleaning up the garage.
Oh, I wanted to do it, but gosh, this pain.
Yes, I heard about that. It's a shame, too, because I'd planned to take you fishing up at Lake Winnemucca.
What?
Here, now, don't sit up. You're losing your ice bag. Lie down.
Oh, but Dad, I think I feel better.
Well, we don't want to take a chance.
Oh, the pain's gone, Dad.
That's funny. It was here a minute ago.
Well, it comes and goes. Mostly goes.
I see.
What time do we leave?
Well,
I figured that if we leave about 5, that'll get us up to Winnemucca in time to get a good night's sleep. Then we can shake out good and early and hit that old lake right at the crack of dawn. The steam rising off the lake, the water calm, with just enough ripple to it. Oh, man.
Aren't we going to eat breakfast?
Huh? Breakfast? Oh, sure. We'll take a lot of grub along.
Well, am I really going, Dad?
Son, you're as good as there.
Oh, boy, I gotta call Joe.
I better start getting our gear together. It's probably strung out all over the house. Have you seen that glass rod the office gave me for Christmas?
Last time I saw... Hello, Joe? Bud. Hey, guess where I'm going?
Might be in my closet.
Fishing, up at Lake Wigglemahookah.
Winnemucca.
Winnemucca. Wait a minute, Joe. Dad, can't we go to some lake I can pronounce?
No, I've already rented a cabin up there. Get through with your call, because I'll need you for a few things.
Joe, I gotta hang up and get ready. Tonight at 5. Yeah? Well, we don't care. We're tough. Yeah, so long. Joe says we'll freeze to death up there.
Well, it'll be cold, all right. We've got to take warm clothes along.
I got that sheepskin jacket and my long underwear. I'll go up and get dressed.
Well, wait, Bud, don't do it yet. We aren't leaving till 5.
I'll be down and help you load the car as soon as I get dressed.
Bud? Oh, well. Margaret,
Yes, Jim?
where did you hide all my fishing tackle during the last house cleaning operation?
I imagine it's all down in the basement where you left it. Have you looked there?
Not yet. I figured that would be the one place where it couldn't possibly be.
Well, I haven't touched a thing.
Mommy!
Fishy, fishy in the brook, Daddy catching with a hook.
Mommy!
Oh, now you look very sweet in that dress, Kathy. You look just like my little girl again.
I look like a sissy. That's what I look like. What's Bud doing?
Bud?
He's up in his room throwing clothes out of his closet and hollering and whooping like a crazy Indian.
Oh, well, I guess he's getting...
Margaret, I wish you'd stop stacking your canned peaches on top of my tackle boxes.
I'm sorry, dear.
Especially when they leak.
What's Daddy doing in the basement?
Oh, he's getting ready to go fishing.
Fishing? Wait a minute. Is Bud going?
Yes, he is.
I want to go, too.
Kathy, you can't go. Fishing is for men and boys.
Oh, doggone, 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 doggone.
And don't stomp your feet.
Margaret, where's some old rags and some kerosene? One of my tackle boxes is sealed shut with peach juice.
Doggone, doggone.
Now, what in the world is that?
It's Kathy. She's mad. She wants to be a boy.
Well, that's perfectly normal. Everyone aspires to the finer things.
Finer things? Huh.
Mommy, I've decided. From now on, I'm going to be a boy.
That's a good idea.
Well, now, don't encourage her.
Why not? I'm in favor of it. I've always wanted another boy.
Well, you got one now.
Good. And now that you've switched over, what's the first thing you're going to do, Kathy? Kathy, I asked you a question.
Not me, you didn't. There's nobody around here by that name.
Oh?
My name's Sam.
Oh, I see. Well, how's everything going, Sam?
Oh, pretty good.
That's a very pretty dress you're wearing, Sam.
Oh, golly, I forgot I had it on.
You leave that dress on, too. Don't you take it off.
Sam.
Maybe you don't know that I've spent the last 2 weeks fighting this boy obsession, and now you encourage it.
Well, that's your whole trouble, Margaret. You shouldn't fight it.
You want me to let her run wild? Pretty soon she'll want to start shaving.
All you have to do is just go along with it. As soon as she sees there's no opposition, she'll get tired of the idea and drop it.
I doubt that. Not Kathy. I never would have gotten her into that dress if the photographer hadn't been coming this afternoon.
Photographer? What photographer?
I told you about it at breakfast. I'm being inaugurated as the new president of our PTA tomorrow.
Oh, yes,
and...
I remember now. But what about the...
Well, they want a picture of me for the paper. A picture of me and the girls.
Oh, yes. Well, that's fine. They couldn't have chosen 3 prettier girls.
Dad!
Good heavens, what's he got on?
I'm ready, Dad. Let's start loading.
Bud, I've told you time and again not to wear those hobnailed boots in the house. You'll scratch up the floors.
We're going fishing, Mom.
But not to the North Pole. You better get some of those clothes off.
Aren't we going?
Well, sure, but not for a few hours yet.
Oh, say, I just happened to think of something. You'll be taking the car, won't you?
Well, it's about 160 miles up there. It'll be a fairly brisk walk.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter now?
Well, I promised I'd pick up Mrs. Davis, Mrs. Liggett, and Mrs. Phillips on the way to that inauguration tomorrow.
Oh.
None of them will have a car. But you go ahead and take it. We'll find a way to get there. Somehow.
No, you take it. We don't have to go.
No, I want you to go. It'll be good for you. We'll manage. I don't know how, but we'll manage.
No, I don't want to inconvenience you. After all, it's your inauguration. Well, better get your fishing clothes off, Bud.
Holy cow.
No, Jim, I insist that you go. We can get there very easily. We can take the bus. Just have to transfer twice is all.
Well, I don't know. Bud, watch out where you're tossing those boots. You nearly got me.
Now, you go right ahead with your plans.
Should I put my boots back on, Dad?
Well...
Certainly. Now, don't worry about us. We'll make out. Somehow.
Mother!
Even if we have to walk. So cheer up, Jim.
Mother, I can't make my hair look halfway decent. I feel like Alice the Goon.
Really, Betty, it looks very nice. Doesn't it, Jim?
Huh? Oh, yes, sure, wonderful. That reminds me, I was looking for some rags.
I'll go find you some.
Well, I'll perish before I'll be photographed like this. I'll simply perish.
Well, go ahead and perish and quit yakking about it.
My gosh, Bud, what are you made up for?
We're going fishing.
Oh, really? When?
Tonight, 5 o'clock. Going to Lake Whittam, going to some lake.
Tonight? In the car?
Well, that was the original idiotic plan.
But, Father, you promised that Ralph and I could have the car tonight.
I did?
It was your own idea.
Bud.
I know. Take off my boots.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Gee, Father, I hate to have you miss out on your fishing trip.
No, if I made a promise, I'll stick to it.
Oh, I'm sure we can arrange something else, even if we have to go on the bus.
I know, and transfer twice. No, you go ahead as you planned. I'd rather stay home and clean out the furnace.
No, I insist you go, Father. I'll go call Ralph. He'll figure something out.
Dad.
Yeah?
Is it safe to put my boots on?
I guess so. I wouldn't lace them all the way up, though.
Here, Jim, will these rags do?
What? Oh, yes, those are fine.
Okay, boys, let's get going.
Kathy, what have you got on?
Hey, those are my old clothes. That's my cap, too. Get 'em off, Kathy. I said get 'em off, Kathy.
Daddy, will you please tell him there's nobody here by that name?
Oh, that's right. Bud, I guess you haven't met Sam here.
Sam?
Kathy, or Sam, or whoever you are, you march upstairs and put that dress back on.
Mommy, I can't go fishing in a dress.
Fishing? Is she going?
Of course I'm going. Mommy said fishing was for boys, and Daddy said I was a boy. So now I can go fishing.
Uh-oh.
Dad, did you say that?
Well, yes, but now listen, Sam.
I'm going.
No, you're not. You get those clothes off this minute.
Yeah, give me my cap.
Let go. You give that back.
Oh, my stars. Look, her hair. She chopped it off.
Oh, a boy can't have long curls.
Oh, my heavens.
Now, Margaret, take it easy. It'll grow out again.
But the photographer will be here any minute now.
Oh, that's right, the news photographer.
Oh, I can just see the caption under our picture. New PTA President Mrs. Margaret Anderson and her two lovely daughters, Betty and Sam.
The Andersons will be back in a moment. If the driver in the car in front of you should suddenly jam on his brakes, could you stop in time to save a life? Well, try your brakes to discover just how slick the road surface may be and adjust your speed to the driving conditions. Check on your driving habits. Keep your windshields clear of fog. Be certain your headlights and wipers are in working condition. Safe driving habits can save a life, possibly your own.
Well, up to now, the Andersons of 607 Maple Street have been just another average, well-ordered family. But they're not average anymore. No, sir. They're the only family in Springfield with a 9-year-old daughter named Sam. This altered state of affairs seems to be placing considerable strain on life in the white frame house. Like this.
Are we going fishing, Dad?
Yeah, are we, Daddy?
Beat it, Shrimp.
The name is Sam.
Beat it, Sam Shrimp.
I'm going fishing with you, aren't I, Daddy?
Well, Kathy, I mean Sam.
Jim, what are we going to do with her hair?
It's not her hair, it's his.
Whose, mine?
No, mine. My hair isn't hers, it's his.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Jim, you're responsible for this. Will you tell Sam to go up to her room and do something with his hair?
What for?
Because the photographer's coming, that's what for. I've had enough of this foolishness. Now march, upstairs.
Gee whiz. You said fishing trips were for boys, and Daddy said I could be a boy, so I'm going fishing.
You're going to stay here and have your picture taken.
Are we going fishing, Dad?
Well, Bud.
If you're going to go, Jim, why don't you go?
Yeah, why don't we?
Well, Margaret, if it's going to upset everybody...
It's not upsetting anybody. We'll all manage.
I'm going fishing.
You and Bud go right ahead. You need to get away.
Wait for Sam.
I have to go up and take care of Kathy. You get your things together, Jim.
Are we going, Dad?
Yes, we're going. Women seem to have a way of making problems out of a trip like this when there are really no problems at all. We'll just gather our stuff together and...
May I use the phone here in the den, Father?
Sure, Princess.
Bud, for Pete's sake, why are you wearing all those clothes in the house?
We're going fishing. The guy's got to be ready.
You don't have to worry about the car, Father. I'm going to call Ralph. His car had a flat tire, but if he can fix it, then we can go in his.
Well, that's good.
I certainly wouldn't want you to stay home from your fishing trip just because of me.
Well, thank you, Princess.
You go right ahead. Hello, Ralph? Betty. Oh, you didn't either.
Well, the tackle box is all set, Bud. We're practically on our way. Hand me those sinkers off the floor.
Really?
I can't bend over.
Oh, Ralph, my father has to go on a fishing trip, and I can't have the car tonight.
I didn't say you couldn't have the car.
Take it easy, Dad. I got my boots laced up.
Do you think you could fix the tire on your car, Ralph? Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Don't worry, Father. We've solved everything. You can go.
Well, thank goodness.
Ralph is going to borrow Harry's car, but Harry's car has a flat tire, too.
What?
So Ralph is going to take a tire off his car and put it on Harry's.
Well, Betty, if you have to go to all that trouble...
Holy cow.
No, Ralph doesn't mind. It's all right. Harry's going to borrow a battery from Eddie.
battery.
Well, when Harry got the flat tire and couldn't use his car till he got his next allowance to buy another tire, he loaned his battery to Jack so Jack could go to Mapleton. And now Jack isn't back from Mapleton. So Eddie's going over in his hot rod to pick up the battery from Ralph to put it in Harry's car so Harry can drive it over to Ralph's. You see, it's no trouble at all.
I can see that.
Are you still there, Ralph? It's all set. See you tonight. Bye.
Look, if you kids have to go to all that trouble...
It's no trouble, Father.
Let them. They need the exercise.
All right, Princess. Come on, Bud. Let's start loading the car. Where are all your things?
I'm wearing them.
I don't understand it. A fellow goes fishing once a year. You wouldn't think it would create such complete chaos.
Are we going?
You bet. We'll have everything in the car and...
Father, can you come out on the back porch?
What is it, Betty?
Sam has locked herself in the broom closet and she won't come out. Mother needs help.
Holy cow, she's in the broom closet. Why get her out?
Are you coming, Father?
Margaret?
Jim, you'll have to do something with Kathy. She's here in the closet. She's locked the door. The photographer will be here in a few minutes.
All right, honey.
You certainly picked the day of all days to tell her she could be a boy.
Just leave it to me, Margaret. I don't know. The things that happen to a father. Kathy. Open the door, Kathy. Kathy? Sam?
What do you want?
Open the door, Sam.
Betty, the phone.
I'll get it, Mother.
I want to talk to you, Kathy. Sam?
I want to go fishing, and I don't want my picture taken.
How does it look, Dad?
Bud, we're going. I said we were. Open the door, Sam.
Mother, it's Mrs. Phillips. She wants to know if you're going to pick her up for the PTA meeting tomorrow.
Tell her we'll have to take the bus. I won't have the car.
Sam?
Are you going to meet her at the bus, or should she come over here?
Tell her I'll meet her at her house.
Dad.
Open the door.
Dad.
I only want to talk to you.
Dad.
What is it, Bud?
Are we going to fish with worms?
Mother, Mrs. Phillips says you can meet at her house and... Well, what's everybody standing around for?
We're waiting for the bus. Now, please, run along, everybody. I'll see that everything is taken care of. Margaret, I'll have Heck Smith drive you to the PTA meeting.
But, Jim...
Leave things to me, please, honey. I'll talk to Kathy. I guarantee she'll have her picture taken. I'll get her out of this Sam idea. Just let me handle things my way.
All right, if you say so. Come on, Betty.
Now, Sam, let Daddy in.
You can come in, but nobody else. Come on in.
Thank you. A little crowded in here with these brooms, Sam. Why don't we go in the den?
I'm going to stay right here until you let me go fishing.
Now, look, Angel, I don't want you to be a boy. You're a natural-born girl.
I'm not either.
Yes, you are. You want Daddy to love you, don't you?
Yes.
Well, that's what I want you to be, a sweet, pretty little girl.
You're just saying that. You're giving me a sales talk.
No, I'm not kidding. This is just between you and me.
How you doing, Dad? Got her convinced yet?
Bud, go away from the door. Now, please, Angel, do this for Daddy. Go get cleaned up all pretty so I'll be proud of you.
Well...
Just think, you'll see your picture in the paper. All the other girls at school will see it.
Yeah, I guess they will. Okay, Daddy. I'll get cleaned up.
That's my girl. Now, come on, kitten.
I'll bet old Bud's waiting right outside the door.
No, he's gone. Don't worry about Bud.
Ow! You hit me right in the nose with the doorknob.
I told you, Daddy.
Bud, were you listening at the keyhole?
Who, me? Oh, no. I was just looking at the knob. It's got a screw loose.
Big fibber.
Never mind. Come on, kitten. Margaret! Margaret!
Jim, did you...
Yes, honey, we have our little girl back again.
Thank heavens.
Daddy, what time are you and Bud leaving?
Not till this evening, Angel. We're going to stay and see how nice you look for the pictures.
Gee, thanks, Daddy. You're the best, Daddy. I'm going up and put on my dress, Mommy. I'll put some ribbons in my hair.
Fine, dear. Jim, how in the world did you do it?
Oh, it's just a matter of using a little tact, a little understanding.
How about it, Dad?
We're all set, Bud. Start loading the gear.
Are we leaving now?
No, we're going to wait until the pictures are taken.
Holy cow. Something will happen. I know it.
But nothing's going to happen. Kathy's staying here and... Bud, where are you going?
I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to sit in the car.
The Andersons will be right back. Traffic accidents and death rates are still extremely high. Although improved conditions have brought about a 38% reduction in the overall accident toll, more than 30,000 people will lose their lives in traffic accidents this year. Be careful. Accidents don't always happen to the other fellow.
Well, the population of the White Frame House on Maple Street has taken a drop. Out on the highway, heading for the lake, and their hard-won fishing trip are Jim and Bud, enjoying at last a man's world.
Oh, this is good. No women.
Well, we fellas have to get away once in a while. And sometimes we have to be pretty shrewd to carry it off.
How'd you get Kathy to stay home?
Oh, it isn't hard to work around the feminine mind if you know how to do it.
I guess you're pretty sharp at that stuff.
Just experience, Bud, that's all. I know quite a little about women. By the way, reach in the back seat and get those road maps, will you, Bud?
Okay. Holy cow, look what's hiding under the blankets.
Hiya, fellas. Just call me Sam.
Join us again next week when we'll be back with Father Knows Best, starring Robert Young as Jim Anderson. In our cast were Gene Vanderpyle as Margaret, Norma Jean Nilsson, Rhoda Williams, Ted Donaldson, and Bill Foreman. Don Stanley speaking. Father Knows Best, directed by Andrew C. Love, was transcribed in Hollywood and written by Paul West and Roswell Rogers.
3 chimes mean good times on NBC. There's more great entertainment for you on NBC on Fridays, too. Tomorrow you'll hear that zany pair of comics, Bob and Ray, also the Mario Lanza Show and the Roy Rogers Show. So for Friday night fun, be sure to hear Bob and Ray, Mario Lanza, and Roy Rogers, all on the NBC Radio Network.
73 years ago, May 1st, 1952, Father Knows Best on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Tomorrow, an hour's worth of the George Burns and Gracie Allen program. At the time, it was Maxwell House Coffee Time, and it seems that the star of the show that followed the Maxwell House Coffee Time program, which was Bird's Eye Open House, Dinah Shore, had laryngitis. And so Dinah begged off the show, and George and Gracie took over both shows for that 1 week. So we'll hear that tomorrow, along with an episode of the Charlie McCarthy Show from 1943 and Life with Luigi from 1950. On Saturday, the Lux Radio Theater, an hour of The Navy Comes Through from 1943, starring Pat O'Brien. Also an episode of Suspense from 1954, Frank Lovejoy in The Giant of Thermopylae, and Frank Gangbusters from 1947. Sunday, we'll have 2 shows from 1958. That was a Sunday. Which day was that? That was May 5th. And episodes of Suspense and Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey. Both of those shows from that day. Also Confidence Game, and This Is Your FBI, and the CBS Radio Workshop. The Toledo War, going back into the 1800s. That'll be coming up on our Sunday Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. So that's coming up, heading through Monday here on Classic Radio Theater. Coming up next, though, the Screen Directors Playhouse.
Every family should have a home shelter area. Every family should stock that shelter area with a 2-week supply of food and water. Prepare now to survive disaster.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we head to the movies for an episode of the Screen Directors Playhouse production of The Trouble with Women, starring Ray Milland, from 76 years ago, May 1st, 1949.
From Hollywood, the NBC Theater presents...
Screen Directors Assignment. Production, The Trouble with Women. Director, Sidney Landfield. Star, Ray Milland.
The Hollywood Screen Directors present a comedy with an apology to psychology, The Trouble with Women, starring Ray Milland, and introducing the director of the film, Sidney Landfield. It was in the days when vaudeville was bright and shining that a soft-spoken young comedian happened to be performing in Hollywood. It also happened that the film studio at the time was looking for a clever new comedy writer. The comedian got the job, and that's how our guest screen director tonight was ushered into motion pictures. He stayed to become one of Hollywood's most skilled directors, the creator of such fun-filled entertainment as My Favorite Blonde, Standing Room Only, and The Well-Groomed Bride. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of The Trouble with Women, Mr. Sidney Landfield.
Thank you. After an introduction like that, I think I should mention that a comedy is only as amusing as its story and its cast. As for the director, well, he just puts those two things together. In the case of The Trouble with Women, it was a particular pleasure, both because of my great admiration for Ray Milland and because of the story itself, which presents a completely cockeyed approach to romance. Now here it is, The Trouble with Women, starring Ray Milland in his original role of Professor Gilbert Sedley, with Mary Jane Croft as Kate Farrell.
I'm from the Morning Journal, Professor Sedley. How about a statement on your new book?
Yeah, you beating up any women lately?
Sorry, no statement.
Oh, have a heart. We're only reporters.
If you people are from the press, Professor Milland and myself can give you nothing but sympathy.
Perfectly correct, Gilbert. You people have distorted my fiancé's views, made him a laughing stock.
Oh, Martha Motherly is the only one who's been writing all those stories. We're on the level.
Professor Sedley, just a word about your new book, The Subjugation of Women.
If you read it, you'll find my entire theory stated there.
We don't read, Professor. Just make a statement. That's all we ask.
Very well. As professor of psychology at Midwest University, I have proved conclusively that the human female harbors an unconscious desire to be dominated and occasionally beaten by the human male.
Wow, that's it. That's the stuff. How about it, Professor Miller? How does it feel to be engaged to the man who says women should be beaten?
Our engagement concerns only Professor Sedley and myself.
Hey, Sedley, I got a purely scientific question.
What is it?
You going to beat your fiancée with your bare hands, or are you going to use a stick?
Professor Sedley, this is unbearable.
Dr. Dawson.
My position as president of the university. What will the Board of Regents say?
Is something wrong?
Wrong. Have you read Martha Motherly's column?
No.
Here, read it.
Hasn't been for 2 weeks since Professor Gilbert Sedley of Midwest University published his book, The Subjugation of Women. But already 14 cases of wife-beating have been reported, and local hospitals have administered treatment to 5 husbands. Oh, but this is adolescent. It's asinine. It's malicious.
Sedley, she also says that you dabble in hypnotism.
Dabble? Dr. Dawson, Martha Motherly has gone too far.
Exactly. Sedley, you're going to sue. You're going to sue the Morning Journal and Martha Motherly.
Great story, great. Kate Farrell, you're the best Martha Motherly this paper ever had.
Oh, Joe, don't you think we're being kind of hard on him?
Yeah, and keep it up. City desk, Joe McBride. Oh, hello, boss. What? He is? How much? Okay, I'm your city editor, ain't I? I'll think of something. A fine reporter you are. Screwball Sedley suing the Morning Journal and Martha Motherly for $300,000.
But he can't sue me. I'm Martha Motherly.
Say, I got an idea. Maybe you can do a prison story. I was a woman convict.
Joe McBride, you told me to write that story.
A story, not a libel
Well,
suit.
what's libelous about that article?
3 misquotations, 4 unproved statements, 57 damaging innuendos.
Well, maybe something's wrong with my typewriter.
Kate, I've got an angle. If I get you out of this mess, will you marry me?
Just come and see me on visiting days. What's your idea?
Look, we said that Sedley likes to hit women. He objects, okay. All we have to do is prove he does like to hit women. Katie, you're just the type.
No, Joe.
Now, kitten, how hard can a professor hit?
Well, he wouldn't hit a total stranger.
So you get to know him. And what's the easiest way to get to know a professor?
Now, wait a minute.
You're going back to school, Katie.
Joe, I can't be a college girl again.
So what's a college girl? A pair of Bobby socks with glasses.
You really think it'd work?
You're a cinch. Now get going, Martha Motherly, and don't come back without bruises.
Now, Miss Farrell, if you'll sit down.
Thank you, Professor. Oh, what a charming study.
Miss Farrell, I have become highly interested in you during the past few days.
Why, Professor?
I am referring, Miss Farrell, to your attitude in class.
Oh.
For some reason, you bring every discussion around to the question, would I hit a woman?
Well, would you?
Under certain circumstances, yes. Why?
Well, it's just that I've wondered what a man like you would think of my own problem.
And what is your problem, Miss Farrell?
I like to slug men.
Indeed.
Yes, right in the kisser. If I hit you, Professor, would you hit back?
I would, yes.
Now, isn't that nice?
Miss Farrell, I must say that with your, well, I never quite conceived you as the slugging type.
Oh, yes, I do it very well.
Yes. That perfume you're wearing, Miss Farrell, what is it?
Jasmine.
Jasmine, I mean, come in.
Gilbert. Miss Farrell. I was just leaving, Professor Milland.
Oh, hello, Agnes. Good afternoon, Miss Farrell.
Goodbye, Professor Sedley.
Well, Gilbert.
An extremely interesting case, Agnes. She slugs men.
Really? Gilbert, I've been watching you and that young woman.
Yes. I enjoy watching her myself.
As an intelligent person, I flatter myself I'm above jealousy. But for your own sake, are you sure your interest in Miss Farrell isn't more than professional?
Why, yes. Yes, that explains it. Oh, how perceptive you are, Agnes.
You must fight this, Gilbert. You must devote all your energies to your current studies on hypnotism.
Strange, I didn't realize it myself. I have a curious feeling in her presence. I find I breathe harder.
The customary animalistic reactions.
Oh, Agnes, what a wonderful opportunity to study my own reactions. A highly civilized man's temporary lapse into the primitive. I'll take notes on myself, Agnes. Yes, I'll take notes.
City desk, please. Hello, Joe. Kate Farrell. Me, Martha Motherly. Yeah, well, it's all set. He'll probably hit me tomorrow afternoon. No, I promise not to duck. Just have Herman bring his camera and hide in the bushes next to the administration building, and I'll do the rest. No, Joe McBride, I don't want to marry you. I wouldn't marry anybody who'd send me out to be beaten up by another man. Oh, once we're married, you'll take care of those intimate little things. Goodbye. Isn't it a lovely lovely day, Professor?
Yes, indeed. Do you have a pencil, Miss Farrell?
Oh, yes, certainly. Right here.
Thank you.
What are you writing in that little book?
That I wish you'd call me Gilbert.
Well, couldn't you just tell me?
Well, you'll have to forgive me, Kate, if I'm engrossed in my own reactions.
Oh, of course. Gilbert.
Gilbert. I'll write that down.
Well, here we are, Professor.
Is this the bench you had in mind for our little chat?
What's wrong with this bench?
Why, nothing. Lovely view of the administration building. Very peaceful on such a fine day.
It's a dreary day.
But before you said it was lovely.
Just because you think it's a nice day, must I think it's a nice day?
Now steady, Miss Farrell. Your temper...
You leave my temper out of this.
But we must face reality, Miss Farrell.
You dare use that word to me. You dare.
Oh, you struck me. Miss Farrell, defend yourself.
Professor Sedley, your fist.
Quick, go ahead, hit me.
Oh, well, good afternoon, Dr. Dawson.
Professor Sedley, you were about to strike this woman.
Well, it's a wonderful afternoon for swinging your arms. Yes, indeed.
Really, Dr. Dawson, it was my fault.
Professor Sedley, I must warn you about your conduct. I'm quite perturbed. Good day.
Good day, Dr. Dawson.
Amazing.
What is?
I even like you when you lose your temper. Kate, may I borrow your pencil again? Come in.
Gilbert.
Oh, hello, Agnes.
Gilbert, I'm worried about you. That absurd infatuation. Is it any better?
No, it's worse. Much worse. Agnes, I'd like your opinion on these notes. I've been trying free thought analysis.
And what are your conclusions?
Well, they're a little frightening. I've just been sitting here thinking, and this is what I've written down. Kate Farrell, pink champagne. Agnes Miller, warm beer.
Oh! You beast!
Oh, you struck me. Agnes Miller, defend yourself.
Professor Sedley.
Why, Dr. Dawson.
Professor Sedley, the next time I find you indulging in your morbid practice of striking women, it will be my duty to inform the Board of Regents. Good day.
Hey, Kate!
Oh, Herman. What are you doing here on the campus?
Joe sent me. He wants you and me to do a story on Rita LeMay, the fan dancer over at the Gaiety.
Well, what about...
She's suing for divorce. She says her husband tore her clothes off. Guess he couldn't afford a ticket. Oh, boy, this is one job I'm going to enjoy photographing.
Fan dancers.
Oh, you can't say you don't get variety working on the Morning Journal.
I'm sorry I ever started working for the Morning Journal.
Kate.
Oh, Gilbert. Hello.
Kate, did I understand you to say you were working for the Morning Journal?
Oh, well, yes. You see, I've taken a part-time job there.
But, Kate, you'd work under the same roof with Martha Motherly?
Well, it's for my thesis. I thought you'd like me to do it on the journalistic mind. I'm getting material at the journal.
How courageous of you, Kate.
Professor Sedley, this is Herman Lupin, a photographer.
Hi, Professor.
How do you do?
I'm covering a story interviewing a showgirl. And Mr. Lupin will take pictures.
Well, perhaps I should go with you, Kate. You might need my guidance.
Oh, no, Gilbert, you can't do that.
Oh, sure he can. Why not? You wait here. I got to go make a phone call.
City desk, McBride. How are you, Herman? No, he is? Well, stick with Sedley. Hold on to him. I'll figure something out. Yeah, so long. Sometimes I wonder why I don't hate myself. Danny Giga, please. Hello, Danny. McBride, Morning Journal. How'd you like some publicity for the Gaiety Theater? You would? Good. Now listen to me, and I'll splash the Gaiety, Rita LeMay, and Professor Sedley all over page 1.
listening to the Hollywood Screen Directors presentation of The Trouble with Women, starring Ray Milland and introducing the director of the film, Sidney Landfield.
Welcome to the backstage gaiety. Danny Giger's the name. Just step into the little ladies' dressing room.
Hiya, Danny.
Folks, this is Rita LeMay.
Hi, I'm Hyman, photographer, and this here is Kate Farrell, reporter, and her friend, Professor Sedley.
How do you do?
The pleasure's mine, honey.
Herman, you come with me, eh? Oh, Professor, be sure and stay for the next number. It'll kill you. Come on, Herman.
Hey, Professor, we got something in common.
We have?
Mr. Prockley, my second husband, he taught in college.
Did he?
Yeah, the Kensington Barber College. Not that you're like Mr. Prockley. What a stinker.
Rita, about Mr. Frisbee, your current husband, didn't you charge that he tore off your clothes?
Mr. Frisbee behaved like a beast.
Kate, don't you imagine the newspaper readers would be interested in the psychology of a fan dancer?
Oh, no, Gilbert, I don't...
Yeah, it might be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Miss LeMay, why did you become a fan dancer instead of, let's say, a stenographer?
Don't you mention no steno to me. Mr. Frisbee had a stenographer, and what those two...
Never mind. What I'm getting at is simply this. In wearing your scanty costume publicly, Miss LeMay, do you gratify any tendency towards exhibitionism?
Gilbert.
Listen, you slob. I'm a respectable woman. I cook, I knit, I crochet. I've been a good wife 5 times.
Hey, Professor, come on, take a gander at the next act.
Very well. It's rather warm in here.
You go ahead, Gilbert. I want to speak to Miss LeMay alone.
What a jerk.
Now, you stand right here, Professor, in the wings. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Mr. Giger.
Okay, girls, there he is, the guy who likes to sock women. Now, you know what you have to do when you go on the stage.
Yeah, we know.
All right. Oh, Professor.
Yes?
Come here a minute, will you? Okay, girls, you're on. Take him away.
No, madam. Wait, ladies. Stop. Unhand me, girls. Don't take me out there. Let me off. Oh, I'm on the stage.
All right, just hold it, Professor. Thanks, you take a great picture.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that picture. Look at that picture. Ain't it a Lulu?
Oh, Joe, you're not going to print it.
Katie, don't you realize what this photograph means?
It means you're playing a filthy trick on a decent guy who wouldn't hurt anybody.
What do you call that libel suit? Take it or leave it? Sedley's on his way over now. We got him on the spot, Katie.
Joe, don't you think we have it coming to us?
Have it come. Have you fallen for this guy?
Of course not.
Hey, Joe, here comes Sedley.
Gilbert.
Hello, Kate. And I suppose you are McBride?
Yeah, that's right. Let me present you with this picture of yourself. Very tasty.
Gilbert, if I'd realized that
I know, Kate.
Would you rather I didn't publish it, Sedley?
I suppose you're going to offer to suppress this picture if I withdraw my libel suit against the paper.
Bright boy.
McBride, I have an overwhelming desire to punch your nose.
Yeah? Go ahead and try it.
I will.
Gilbert, you're wonderful. You knocked him out.
No, if I can only find Martha Motherly, I'll do the same to her.
Yeah, well, come on, let's get out of here, Gilbert.
You're right, Kate. I've had just about as much of this place as I can stand.
Hey, Joe. Joe, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Hand the phone down here.
Yeah, here you are, Joe.
Hello. Give me the composing room. Hello, Al? Yank out that beauty contest picture on the front page. That's right. We're running the picture of Professor Sedley instead.
This is where I live, Gilbert. It was very sweet of you to take me home.
Oh, I like taking you home. I'll write that down.
Are you writing in that silly book again?
Oh, well, it's just that I had an urge to kiss you. It's unthinkable, of course.
Of course.
Temperamentally, we're oceans apart.
Well, we're pretty close physically.
Well, I must be completely honest with you, Kate. My feeling for you...
Yes, Gilbert.
Well, very likely it's essentially chemical, like what the deer feels for the doe or the gander for the goose.
Well, is that bad? You want to kiss me?
Yes. I'll write that in the book.
Throw the book away, Professor. We're going to write a new one, starting now.
Gilbert.
Yes, Agnes?
I believe I've found the cure for your infatuation.
Oh, it's hopeless. Quite hopeless. Might as well face it.
This book may change your mind.
Why, it's the Bryce College Alumni Annual. And here's Kate's picture. Catherine Farrell, now reporter for the Midwest City Morning Journal.
You see?
But Agnes, she told me all about her connection with the newspaper.
This annual, Gilbert, was published 3 years ago.
That's impossible.
Look at the date. I've had the journalism department check on Miss Farrell. She happens to use the pen name of Martha Motherly.
You mean Kate? Kate was responsible for those articles? Oh, no!
Professor Sedley, you've gone too far.
Dr. Dawson, what?
Look at this picture in the morning journal.
Gilbert, you were no shameless women. How could you?
Oh, what difference does it make now?
What difference does it make? Professor Sedley, I'm calling an immediate meeting of the Board of Regents. You would be wise to prepare your resignation.
Joe, how could you do it? How could you print that picture?
Oh, Katie, it was news, wasn't it?
News? I'm quitting. If that's news, I'm through.
Now, Katie.
And on top of everything else, the poor guy found out that I'm Martha Motherly. Now he won't even speak to me.
Listen, kitten, I'm human. I can be jealous. Sedley got my goat. Now, Katie, look, I love you. Marry me, kitten. Marry me. I'll do anything you want.
Anything would be a human being instead of an animated typewriter.
I'll give it up. I'll quit honest newspaper business. I'll take a publicity job. Katie, I'll be the best husband you ever saw.
Oh, Joe, do you really think we'd be happy together?
Together, I don't know. It's apart I'm worried about. I'll write my resignation right now. Just watch me, kid. City desk. Oh, hello, Sedley. Now, wait a minute. Don't get sore at me. Oh, well, yeah, that's too bad. Now, look, sue anybody you want. I'm not even working here anymore. I'm leaving. I'm getting married to Kate. Kate Farrell. That's right, married. Sedley. Funny, he hung up.
Joe, you shouldn't have told him that.
Well, I was what kind of a husband you're getting. Sedley said the Board of Regents is fixing to bounce him because of that picture. Why don't you go down and straighten it all out, huh? You'll feel better then, and then we can talk about us.
Professor Sedley?
Yes, Dr. Dawson.
It's my privilege to inform you that the Board of Regents has refused your resignation.
They have?
Miss Farrell, that Martha Motherly girl, she told us the whole story, blamed herself for everything.
You mean Kate defended me?
In glowing terms, Sedley. She spoke very highly of you.
Well, would you say that she seemed fond of me?
I would say that, yes. A fine girl, Sedley, a fine girl. If I were you...
Yes, Dr. Dawson?
Think it over, Sedley. That Agnes Miller somehow reminds me of warm beer.
Good afternoon, Dr. Dawson.
Good afternoon, Professor Miller.
Gilbert, you'll be remaining at the university.
So it appears.
How wonderful. I'm doing research in one of your own specialties. Hypnosis and its bearing on emotion.
Oh, very interesting subject.
Gilbert, do you think that hypnosis can cause a person to reveal his true emotion? Love, for instance?
Yes, but only true emotion. For instance, they wouldn't lie about hypnosis?
Yes, Gilbert.
That's it, hypnosis.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
That's how I'll find out about her.
About who, Gilbert?
Miss Farrell.
But, Gilbert, she's just a body without a mind.
And you, Agnes, are a mind without a... hand me that phone.
Who are you phoning?
My attorney. I want him to get that lawsuit of mine into court as soon as possible.
Your Honor, my client, Professor Sedley, wishes to make a statement.
Proceed. Your Honor, Martha Motherly, in one of her articles, alleged that I am a dabbler in hypnotism. I should like to prove to the court that I'm not a dabbler, but a professional.
Proceed.
I shall do this by hypnosis in this very courtroom.
Objection!
Your Honor, this demonstration is pertinent to our case. Proceed.
To set the defense at ease, Your Honor, I should like to perform the experiment on one of the defendants, Miss Catherine Farrell.
Well, in that case, we're willing to cooperate.
Miss Farrell, please. Now, Miss Farrell, I want you to follow my instructions.
Yes, Gilbert?
I suggest that you observe this very closely, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Kate, just watch my eyes and try to relax. Steadily. Steadily. Your sight is growing dim. Dim. Your sight is growing dim. Now, Miss Farrell, you were asleep. But you hear what I say, don't you?
I hear what you say.
You don't love McBride, do you?
I don't love McBride.
You won't marry McBride.
I won't marry McBride.
You love me, don't you?
I love you.
Repeat after me. I love you, I love you, I love you.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
You'll marry me, won't you?
Well, it's about time you asked me. Of course I'll marry you, darling.
But, Kate, weren't you hypnotized?
Not for a second.
Then why did you say I love you?
Because I do.
But what about McBride?
Oh, I never really said I'd marry him. Besides, he could never leave the paper. Look at him. He's already writing the story.
What a headline, Katie. Svengali courts girl in courtroom.
Oh, come on, Kate. Let's get away somewhere. Your Honor, this concludes my demonstration in hypnosis. With your permission, Your Honor.
I love you, Gilbert.
Your Honor.
I'll marry you, Gilbert.
No, thanks, Judge. I already have a girl.
Gilbert, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Our guests will return in just a moment. Next week, the NBC Theater turns the pages of fantasy as we bring you the dramatic screen story, It's a Wonderful Life, with the original team of director and star, Frank Capra and Jimmy Stewart. And now, here again is tonight's star, Ray Milland, and screen director Sidney Landfield.
Sid, now that we've finished The Trouble with Women, I've got a great idea for a sequel picture.
Sequel to The Trouble with Women?
Sure, we'll call it The Trouble with Screen Directors.
Ray, there just isn't enough film in Hollywood to make that picture.
Well, it's a comedy about a screen director who finds himself on a radio show, and you are a natural for the part.
You mean it's going to be a picture about what happens when I get in front of a microphone?
Exactly.
That isn't comedy, Ray. That's tragedy.
You mean you're really afraid of a little old microphone after all the people you've taught how to act?
You want a one-word answer?
I do.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I'll teach you the 3 magic words of radio. Once you know those words, Sid, you won't have to be nervous anymore. Now listen.
Just those 3 words?
That's right. Now, go ahead and try them.
Okay, I will. Good night, everyone.
Good night, folks.
And good night to you, Ray Milland and Sidney Landfield. The Trouble with Women was presented through the courtesy of Paramount Pictures, whose current release is Bride of Vengeance, starring Paulette Gutter, John Lund, and MacDonald Carey. Ray Milland is currently being seen in the Paramount picture Alias Nick Beale, and can currently be heard on the Family Hour of Stars.
Sidney Landfield's forthcoming release is the Paramount picture Sorrowful Jones, starring Bob Hope and Lucille Ball. Included in tonight's cast were Mary Jane Croft, Frank Lovejoy, Sarah Jane Wells, Florence Hallop, Griff Barnett, Herb Vigran, Bob Bruce, Ralph Moody, and Dan Riss. The Trouble with Women was adapted for radio by Richard Allen Simmons, and original music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. Production was under the supervision of Howard Wiley, associate producer Bill Karn. Your announcer has been Frank Barton. Listen again next week when the NBC Theater presents
Screen Directors Assignment. Production, It's a Wonderful Life. Director, Frank Capra. Star, Jimmy Stewart.
The NBC Theater came to you from Hollywood. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Trouble with Women originally came about as a 1947 motion picture starring Ray Milland, Brian Dunleavy, and Teresa Wright. And the adaptation of that is what you just heard here. All right, The Trouble with Women, Screen Directors Playhouse production, 76 years ago, May 1st, 1949, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. Coming up now, you're perfectly warned to watch your sanity and guard your sanity, because we will have an episode of Mr. Ace and Jane next.
Should public utilities fail in time of disaster, refrigerated foods must be either cooked or eaten before they spoil. If this can't be done, throw it away.
Goodman Ace was quite the radio writer. His wife, Jane, was quite the ditz. Although, you've got to admit, she plays the part very well. Goodman and Jane Ace in this episode of the program entitled Mr. Ace and Jane, from 77 years ago, May 1st, 1948.
The Columbia Broadcasting System, in cooperation with the United States Army and the United States Air Force Recruiting Service, brings you the new Mr. Ace and Jane program, a weekly half-hour comedy series starring radio's original comedy couple, the Aces. Once again, the strains of Manhattan Serenade introduce the story of Mr. Ace and his wife, Jane. Tonight, Chapter 12, entitled Jane Has a Dream About a Racehorse and Makes Everybody She Knows Bet on the Horse, then drags Mr. Ace out to the track to watch her dream horse run. Or, as Mr. Ace puts it,
did you ever see a dream walking? If you think the Kentucky Derby was a horse race, wait till I tell you about this one. Be with you in just a moment.
Before we join the Aces, I'd like to tell you about a job that rates ace high with men all over America. It's a job that makes a good man an even better man. It's a job that offers the chance for advancement, security, good pay, intellectual challenge, and the highest type of comradeship. Sounds ideal, doesn't it? Well, thousands of young Americans will agree that an Army or an Air Force job is just that. You yourself, if you're a young man with big ideas for the future, will find that today's Army or Air Force offers more opportunities than ever before. Go to your nearest recruiting office, and chances are you'll discover that an Army or an Air Force job is just the job for you. And now, Mr. Ace, what was that about a horse race?
Well, I'm sure at some time or other all of you have gotten a tip on a racehorse. Somebody told you he'd walk in. And he does walk in. The only trouble is the other horses ran. I used to be quite a horse player myself, spent night after night working out my system. And then I'd go out to the track the next day only to find out the horses were against the system. Communist. The thing that really cured me, though, was a character I met in front of the $2 window one afternoon.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah?
Are you betting on this race, Jack?
Well, according to my figures here, I'm going to bet on
Figures? Why, hey, look, you ain't one of them corny horse players that thinks they can figure 'em. Figures won't get you nothing. That's no good. I got a sure system.
Yeah? What is it?
Come in.
Yeah?
See them horses walking to the post? Well, every once in a while, one of them runs out ahead of the pack for a kind of warm-up, see? Hey, look, there goes one now, number 2.
Yeah?
Hey, there goes another one, number 6.
Yeah?
Now, you add them together. 2 and 6 is 9, and you bet on number 9.
But 2 and 6 is 8.
There you go, figuring again. That ain't no good.
I played this system the rest of that day. I won $22,800,000. Retired from business, and I am now living lavishly in a 100-room villa in the south of France under the name of Simone. That's what cured me of betting on horses. And I never even thought about him again until the other night when we were sitting around after dinner and Jane was rummaging around looking for something. She couldn't remember whether she had left it in the bureau or in the bookcase or was it at my office.
I can't remember whether I left it in the bureau or in the bookcase or was it Tuesday.
What are you looking for, Jane?
My dream book. How to interrupt dreams.
Interpret dreams, you mean?
Yes. 6 nights in a row I've dreamed about a horse. He's driving me out of my mind.
That wouldn't take a horse. What about this horse? What kind of a horse is it?
A horse, a quadruplet.
Oh, a quadruplet, I think.
What do you mean, what kind of a horse?
I'm sorry.
I dream I'm walking out of the house, and there he is standing right in front of the door. The first night, I didn't think anything of it, and I started to walk right past him. And he says to me, "Hello, cutie." Of course, I didn't even turn around.
A horse speaks to you and you don't even turn around?
Of course not. I didn't know him. I just thought he was trying to get fresh.
A wolf, huh?
Yeah, you know how horses are.
Yes, I know.
So I started to walk faster, and he started to walk faster. So I began to run up to the corner to get on a bus, and he began to run. And I beat him to the corner by a nose.
And what did you pay to win?
Dear, I'm worried, because the next night I dreamed he was there again. I walk out of the house, and there he stands, as big as a horse.
What happened this time?
This time he said, "Hello, Jane."
Oh, getting familiar. He certainly got his nerve flirting with a married woman he's never even met, socially, of course.
Exactly what I told him. I said, "You've certainly got your nerve flirting with a married woman you've never even met, socially, of course."
And then what?
Same thing over again. I ran to the corner, and he ran after me.
How did that heat come out?
I beat him again.
He was probably carrying too much weight.
Yes, a 5-pound box of candy he wanted to give me.
I see. Apprentice allowance waived.
The third night, there he was again. And again I run to the corner. And again he runs after me.
Wait a minute, Jane. I'm giving 10-1 on you to win.
No, don't do it, dear. This time he beat me.
Cannot win a bet. He beat you? How come?
Well, I'd been ironing all day.
And you were tired, of course.
And it was raining so hard.
And you're not a mudder.
No. Dear, I gotta find that dream book. I gotta find out what this dream means, because I'm sure he's trying to tell me something. Doesn't it to you?
Yes. I saw Sally reading a dream book at the office the other day.
She has? Oh, that's where I left it. I want to come down and get it tomorrow.
Yes, but I think you better get to bed now, Jane. I want you to be in condition to win that race tonight.
Oh, yes. I guess I better hit the hay.
Yes, you do that. And don't forget to brake fast. Take the inside rail. And say hello to Clem McCarthy for me. Well, I am happy to report the little woman did the 6 furlongs to the corner bus that night in 1 minute, 13 2/5 seconds.
I win easy.
She won it easily. The next morning at breakfast, I gave her a nose bag full of shredded wheat and left for the office. With a big stack of correspondence to be answered, I called in my secretary, Sally Anderson, to take some dictation.
I wonder where my pencil is.
Miss Anderson is Jane's cousin.
Did you see my notebook?
That's how she holds her job.
I think I'll go down and get 'em malted.
You'll get no malted now. You just got here.
I didn't have time for breakfast, and I can't take dictation on an empty stomach.
Look, why don't we face it? You just can't stomach dictation. You're slow, your punctuation is bad, and you spell terribly.
I what?
Spell.
Oh.
What do you think I said?
Good morning, everybody.
Jane, what are you doing here?
Just fine. Hello, Sally.
Oh, hello, Jane. Oh, my, what a pretty hat.
You do? Oh, you've seen this hat before, haven't you?
No, I don't remember it.
Look, Jane, I'm very busy.
Oh, sure you did. I think you went with me when I bought it.
Oh, yes, now I remember.
Miss Anderson, this mail...
Is that a new dress, Sally?
Yes, it is. You think it's too long,
Jane? Oh, no, that's not too long. What color shoes do you have on underneath it?
Ladies, please.
Sally, do you know where my dream book is?
Dream book? Oh, sure, I've got it right here in the filing cabinet. I'll get it for you.
Thank
The dream book she can find, her notebook she can never find.
Here it is, Jane. Good. I've got to look up and see what a dream I've been having means. I've dreamed about a horse 7 nights in a row.
Oh, that's easy. You look under horse.
That's brilliant.
Horse. That's under H, isn't it?
I think so.
She thinks so.
There it is, horse.
Oh, yes. Horse walking, happiness. Horse running, trouble. Horse standing still, danger.
What was your horse doing, Jane?
All three. First he stood still, then when I walked, he walked. Then when I ran, he ran.
It's kind of confusing, ain't it?
Yes, ain't it?
Oh, no, it ain't. It means you're in danger of having a lot of happy troubles.
How's that again?
I can't say it again. Look, Jane, I've got a lot of work to do.
Was there anything else in the dream, Jane?
Isn't this
Oh, yes,
awful?
last night something else happened. After I raced into the corner, I was thirsty, so he got me a glass of water, and just when I was about to take it from his paw, the glass dropped and broke.
Oh, well, let's look up glass under G.
Oh, yes, glass. G.
Whatever became of me here?
Here we are. Garden giant ghost gloves. No glass.
That's funny, no glass.
Look up sand.
Sand? What's that got to do with glass?
They make glass out of sand.
Glass out of sand?
Glass out of sand?
Dear, please.
Well, it's true. What did you think they make glass out of?
Glass? Broken windows and old bottles?
Where do old bottles come from?
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola, naturally, of course.
Oh, that reminds me. I was just going down to get them malted. Would you join me, Jane?
Miss Anderson.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like.
Now,
Oh.
what else was in the dream, Jane?
Well,
Isn't this awful? Well, the girls had their malteds. Miss Anderson had one with an egg in it. Jane didn't have an egg in hers. She had to drive home. And when she got home, there was her brother Paul waiting for her. This character hasn't worked in 15 years. But when Jane told him her dream, he knew right away what it meant, because Paul is a horseman from way back. The first dollar Paul ever lost was on a horse. But lately, he's been picking a lot of winners. Not having any money, he makes mental bets on paper.
Not having any money, I make mental bets on paper.
And he has made a tremendous paper profit.
But what can a guy do with 40,000 sheets of paper?
He could buy a villa right next to mine in the south of France. As I say, Paul knew right away how to interpret the dream, and he did it without a dream book. He used a racing form, which he happened to have on him at the time.
Sis, that dream can mean only one thing. 7 is the key number. You have to bet on horse number 7 in the 7th race today.
horse number 7. Now, who's that?
Yeah, I got it right here. Here you are. Number 7. His name is Itching Palm.
Itching Palm. Yes, 7-year itch. There's another 7.
Oh, it's a tip if I ever heard one. Now, we've got to go out to the racetrack today, Jane, and really clean up on this horse.
Oh, the racetrack, yes. Let's go. I'd like to see what my dream horse looks like in the daytime. We'll be partners, huh, Paul?
That's the ticket, Jane. Partners. How much money do you have, sis?
$14.
Oh, there's that number 7 again. $7 each.
Yeah, another 7. It's on candy. Oh, well, that must be Ken Roberts. He said he's coming over. I'll let him in.
Hold it just a moment. Jane has gone to the door to let in our next-door neighbor, Ken Roberts. He's the radio announcer. You hear him on the radio all the time. He does commercials like,
ladies, try Tepsic. Remember, Tepsic contains zippity without that harmful doodah.
and it does, too.
Tepsic comes in 3 sizes. The small size for tired eyes if you've been reading too much, the medium size for tired feet if you've been walking too much, and the large size if you've just been sitting around the house.
Okay, that's Ken Roberts, and Jane is explaining the deal to him.
And Paul and I are going out to the track to bet on him. Do you want to come along, Ken?
Well, I don't know, Jane. I've got this commercial to do tonight on a show, and I got to rehearse it.
Oh, but we'll be back in time. Come on, Ken. Come out to the racetrack with us and win a lot of money.
But, Jane, how can you be so sure you'll win? After all, you beat him yourself 6 nights in a row.
Oh, now, isn't that silly, Jane?
Now, isn't that silly, Jane? Am I in this race this afternoon? It's some other horses, not me.
Oh, don't beg him, sis. If he doesn't want to bet on a good
Well,
thing...
it isn't that, Paul. I got this commercial to do, and I get paid for it.
Say, do you think you'll make more money on your plug than this one out of the track?
Well, okay, I'll go with you, but you gotta let me rehearse this commercial right now.
Okay, you rehearse it, and I'm going to call up the office and tell them we're going out to the track. Be with you in a jitney.
Right, Jane. Say, high school seniors, feels pretty good to be on that last lap, doesn't it? Just a few weeks till graduation time, cap and gown, excitement, and then what? Would you like to go right into a job that's really exciting? A job that offers you a swell future? Sure you would. And that's just what lots of your high school chums are doing. They're getting into the aviation career plan of the United States Air Force. That plan is just about the best deal there is for high-type young Americans. Here's the score. If you qualify under today's Air Force standards, you can pick just the type of technical training you want before you enlist. Yes, sir, maybe you want to specialize in airplane engines, or perhaps you'd like to find out what radar's all about. Or are you a ham radio operator who wants to turn professional? Or would you like to start learning now about the new field of jet propulsion? Take your choice, men. You choose your course, and if you qualify, the Air Force guarantees you'll get it. Get to your nearest recruiting office right away and join the thousands of other high school grads who'll be your buddies in the great United States Air Force.
When Jane phoned to tell me she was going to the track, I wasn't in my office. I was in the office of my boss, Mr. Norris, and the call was switched there. You'd have to know Mr. Norris and the proverbs he's always spouting to understand why I couldn't talk horses and racetrack in his presence. If he even sees me just sitting around the office not doing anything, he remarks,
"Idle men are the devil's playfellows, I always say."
So I tell him I'm resting.
To rest is to rust, I always say.
So I mutter something under my breath.
A man's best friend is his mutter, I always say.
Now you can understand why this following phone conversation with Jane was so one-sided.
Hello, dear. Is that you?
Yes, Jane.
This is Jane.
I'm rather busy right now, Jane.
I know. You're with Mr. Norris,
Yeah.
so I won't talk loud. I'll talk right into the mouth organ so he can't hear me.
What did you...
Well, Paul and Ken Roberts and I are going out to the racetrack to bet on my dream horse. We're partners. So is Ken. Well, Ken is not a partner, but he's going. So if you worry about where I am, dear, don't worry. I'll be at the racetrack. I'm wearing my check gray suit.
Hey, Mr. Ace, make that short, please.
Yes, sir. Jane, no.
No what?
No, I don't like it.
Oh, you don't want to talk in front of Mr. Norris?
Yes.
Well, which is it, dear? You don't like me to go to the track, or you don't like the gray check suit? Just nod your head.
Well, I'm busy right now, Jane, but I wouldn't do that if I were you.
The suit or the track?
Yes.
Well, all right. Then I'll wear my tan gabardine. Are you going to bet on him too, dear?
Goodbye, Jane.
It's going to win, dear. Paul says if this horse loses, he personally will be very surprised.
See you later, Jane.
Well, it's about time, Mr. Ace.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Norris. That was Mrs. A. She was asking me about...
The race is not always to the swift, I always say, Mr. Ace.
Oh, you heard what she... Well, she has a hunch on a horse in the 7th race today, Mr. Norris, and her brother is taking her out to the racetrack to bet on it. He says it's a cinch to win, but you know how those cinches are. The horse could get left at the post and lose.
They also serve who only stand and wait, I always say.
But not in a horse race, Mr. Norris. Personally, I don't bet on horses.
Good. A fool and his money are soon parted, I always say.
And that's what I always say, too. But her brother expects to make a cleaning on this horse.
Ill got is ill spent, I always say.
Yes, you do. But you see, she had a dream about a horse, and today she looked him up in the thing there, and her brother talked her into going to the track to bet on it. He seems pretty sure the horse will win, but I don't think so myself. But then on the other hand, yes. Well, I guess I better get back to my office. I want to finish up this work I started here. I might go on over to that client of ours this afternoon, if I get finished in time. Let me see. Post time is... I'll see you later, Mr. Norris. Well, you guessed it. About mid-afternoon, I sneaked out to the racetrack. There was quite a crowd. I didn't know that many people were in the advertising business. I was beginning to wonder how I could find Jane in such a big mob when I heard a voice say to me,
Hey, Jack, who you betting on this race, Jack?
Look, my name is not Jack. My name is Simone, and I'm sick and tired of the south of France. I quickly shook him off and figured out that I might find Jane at the paddock where they saddle the horses. And sure enough, there she was. So were Ken Roberts and that brother of hers. They hadn't spotted me, so I stood off a bit and listened to this choice bit of dialogue.
There he is, Ken, number 7.
Yeah, Itching Palm. Do you recognize him from your dream, Jane?
Well, he looks kind of different with that caddy sitting up there on him.
Jockey says.
I'll speak to him. Hello. Hello there. Remember me? Oh, he shook his head, yes. Itching Palm, I want you to meet my friend. This is my brother, Mr. Sherwood, and this is Mr. Roberts. Boys, I want you to meet Mr. Palm.
And I'm Mr. Ace, Mr. Palm.
Here, are you here?
No. How do you do, Mr. Palm? Any friend of my wife's is a horse on me.
Well, brother, never expected to find you out here.
Well, Paul, I always expect to find you out here.
Hello, Mr. Ace. You're just in time.
In time for what?
Dear, we're in a quarry.
Yes?
We've been waiting to bet on Itching Palm, but we practiced betting on the other races, and now we haven't got enough money left to bet on him. We wanted to bet $14, but we're a little short.
How much short, as if I don't know?
$14.
$14, yes, I thought.
We were just about to ask Ken if he would lend
You're
us
just in time, Mr. Ace.
Yes, I see what you meant now. What happened to the other races? I thought Paul could handicap the horses so well.
Oh, he is, dear. He's a real handicap.
I know, yes, he is. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bet $20 on a horse, and we'll all be partners. That's $5 apiece.
Oh, that's wonderful, dear.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Ace.
Okay.
A measly $20 you're going to bet on this horse?
Look, measly, I happen to work for my money, and $20
But this is a sure thing. This is a chance to make a killing. Don't you want to make a killing?
Don't tempt me.
Please, dear, people are looking.
I don't care if they are. I'm not going to bet more than $20 on that broken down nag.
Please, dear, Mr. Palm is listening.
Oh, I'm very sorry, old man. What am I saying? This brother of yours upsets me so.
Dear, look, there's Mr. Norris.
I don't care who. Who?
Mr. Norris, see him over there?
Oh, no, he better not catch me here. I'm going to duck.
Well, too late, dear. He already saw
Oh,
it.
isn't this awful?
Well, hello, Mr. Norris. Long face, no see.
Mrs. Ace, good afternoon. And Mr. Ace, I suspected I'd find you here.
Well, you see, Mr. Norris, that client I went to see,
And this is my brother, Mr. Sherwood, Mr. Norris.
How do you do?
And I got through kind of early, and
And this is Mr. Roberts, Mr. Norris.
How do you do? And you see, the client was out, and
Yes, Mr. Ace, what is it you're saying?
What was the question again?
The question is, how do you find time to come to a racetrack when you should be working at your desk?
Well,
He came out to bet on my horse.
Oh, fine.
Are you so overpaid at our office, Mr. Ace, that you can afford to bet money on horses?
Well, no, I don't usually.
Are you going to bet on him, Mr. Norris?
I've already bet $500 on him.
$500?
Are you so overpaid too, Mr. Norris?
Jane, please.
500? Now that's what I call a real bet on a good thing like this. There's a man, when he comes to the races, he comes to bet.
Mr. Sherwood, I came to the races to find Mr. Ace, and so it shouldn't be a total loss. I made a wager on a horse.
But, Mr. Norris, that's too much money. A fool and his money are soon parted, I always say.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I always say. I expect to win a lot of money on this horse, Mr. Ace.
Yes, but ill got is ill spent, I always say. How can you bet that much on just a hunch that Jane had?
Get a hunch and bet a bunch, I always say.
That I never heard you say. Never.
They've gone to the post. Now listen, brother, if you're going to bet on this horse...
Yes, sir, you better hurry. They won't let you bet after the race is over. I found that out.
Oh, you did? Well, yes, I guess I better. Will you excuse me, please, Mr. Norris?
I'll excuse you if the horse wins. Should he lose, you stand to lose something more than just a horse race. So for your sake, I hope he wins.
The feeling is pari-mutual, I always say. Well, this simple little claiming race I came to bet on turned out to be a stake race. My job was at stake. I made the $20 bet with fear and trepidation. There's a nice parlay. As I turned away from the window, I remembered Mr. Norris's $500 bet, so I decided to shoot the works. I bet the other $2 I had in my pocket. If I lost, I'd walk home. And maybe somebody would be kind enough to run over me. I made my way back to the rail where Jane, Paul, Ken, and Mr. Norris were watching the horses line up. The announcer was on the speaker system.
They're all in there. Steady. And they're off! And number 7 breaks on top. That's Itching Palm. At the corner, it's Itching Palm in front by a length. Sabu second. Drexel third. Summertime fourth. Lucky Girl fifth. High Card sixth. And Trailblazer seventh.
Jane, he's leading.
Come on, 7.
Oh, I hope he can keep up that pace.
At the half, it's Itching Palm by 2 lengths. Drexel is now second. Summertime third. Sabu fourth. Lucky Girl fifth. High Card sixth. And Trailblazer is 7th.
2 lengths in front now, Jane.
He's running easy, Sis.
Come on, Mr. Palm.
Come on, Job.
At the 3/4, it's Itching Palm by 3 lengths. Drexel second, Sabu third, Lucky Girl fourth, Summertime fifth, High Card sixth, and Trailblazer is still 7th.
Look at him go, Jane.
I don't think I could even beat him today.
Come on, Itching Palm.
Mr. Ace, you'll see me in my office in the morning.
But, Mr. Norris, he's in front.
In front of whom?
That's Itching Palm out there in front.
Itching Palm?
Yes, that's
Into the stretch, it's Itching Palm by a neck. Drexel second, Lucky Girl third, and here comes High Card on the outside, moving up to fourth, and it's going to be High Card, the winner. Lucky Girl second, Drexel third, Summertime fourth, Sabu fifth, Trailblazer is 6th, and Itching Palm is 7th.
Oh, isn't that terrible, Jane? He finished 7th.
There's that number 7 again.
Mr. Ace, he won, and he pays 4 to 1. I've won $2,000.
$2,000? What did you bet on?
The hunch Mrs. Ace had. High Card. You didn't tell me the horse, but it was easy to figure out. High Card is the ace.
Oh, you thought High Card? Yes, ace.
Mrs. Ace, thank you very much.
High Card. Mr. Norris, I'm afraid you made a terrible mistake.
Mistake?
Jane, quiet. His horse won.
But he bet on the wrong horse.
Wrong horse?
Jane, please.
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Norris. Didn't we tell you we were betting on number... Ow! Here, you stepped right on my foot.
Oh, gee, Jane, I'm awfully sorry. I hope I didn't hurt it because we've got a long walk home. And so I sold my 100-room villa in the south of France. And as our boat sailed away, we waved a fond farewell to the sun as it sank slowly into Jamaica Bay, along with my $22. The next morning at breakfast, Jane started in again.
Well, dear, I dreamed about my horse again last night.
I don't want to hear about it.
I really told him the same.
I'll bet you did. No, I won't bet either.
I said, how do you expect to win races if you stand around all night on street corners whistling at girls and married women to boot?
I'd like to.
He told me I should never bet on a horse race.
Oh, now he tells you.
He said he wouldn't bet a nickel on the human race.
Oh, now there is a horse with good man sense.
And then he said goodbye. He's never coming back again.
Well, that's good riddance.
He said he's made enough to retire from racing.
From running 7th, he makes money?
Sometimes. He told me all the horses bet each other where they're going to finish in the race.
Oh, I suppose he bet he was going to finish 7th yesterday. How could he tell exactly where he was going to come in?
Well, he's got a system.
A system.
He watches the people that come to his stall before the race. He said yesterday there were 3. That was Paul, Ken, and me. Then he said 2 more came up. That was Mr. Norris and you, dear. So he adds them together. 3 and 2 are 7, and he bets on them.
Oh, I know that system. He's going to do fine.
Well,
yes.
He's already won 22,800,000 bales of hay.
And that ain't money.
So he's retiring. And he's going to live in a 100-room stable on the south coast of France under the name of Whirlaway.
Well, a neighbor of mine.
In just a moment, I'll give you the title of Chapter 13 in the story of Mr. Ace and Jane. I'd like to make a mighty sound suggestion to all the young men in our audience. Fellows, do some serious thinking this weekend about your future. See if an Army or an Air Force job doesn't fill the bill for you. Remember, when you join today's new Army or new Air Force, you're on your way to a great career. You'll be given every chance for advancement. You'll receive good pay, comfortable living quarters, clothes, medical care, You'll have no worries about future security. And you'll be on a team that's a winner every time. Today, the Army and Air Force teams are keeping America strong so that we'll continue to be winners at peace. Next week, Mr. Ace and Jane will bring you Chapter 13, entitled, Mr. Ace is assigned to start an advertising campaign for a baby food, and that same day, Jane obligingly finds an abandoned baby on her doorstep. All of which reminds Mr. Ace of the story
of a newly married couple who were undecided whether to buy a car or have a baby. They finally decided to have the baby because they could get quicker delivery. Good night.
Me too.
The script for Mr. Ace and Jane is written by Goodman Ace. Original music conducted by Morris Certain. In the supporting cast were Leon Janney as Brother Paul, Benny Rubin as the racetrack character, Eric Dressler as Mr. Norris, Florence Robinson as Sally Anderson, Everett Sloan as the racetrack announcer, and this is Ken Roberts reminding you that you may hear Mr. Ace and Jane next week at this same time over CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
You know, after World War II, there was a problem getting cars, a big one there. 77 years ago, May 1st, 1948, Mr. Ace and Jane on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream. Coming up next, we'll see what's going on with the Wonderful World Apartments with Lum and Abner.
Two weeks, 14 days, 326 hours. Every second that your family could be exposed to radiation after a nuclear attack. Radiation that kills.
To survive, a fallout shelter is a necessity. Equipment and supplies are essential.
Now, Survive All Shelters, one of the nation's leading manufacturers of fallout shelters, offers a basic equipment kit with
a Conelrad high-powered radio, transistor operated for long battery life,
a complete, fully stocked first aid kit,
a heavy-duty fire extinguisher, emergency water containers, a chemical toilet for protection against contamination and disease,
extra-strength Saran and Rayon bunks,
a radiation meter, and individual dosimeters.
For protection every second of each hour of every day. See a Survive All Shelter now.
Speaking of bombs, it's time to go to Pine Ridge, Arkansas and see what's going on with Lum and Abner and the Pine Ridge Apartments. This episode goes back 83 years to May 1st, 1942.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. Well, sir folks, now that nice spring weather's either here or just around the corner, depending on where you live, most of us are getting the urge to get out and do things. Of course, some of you will be on the job this weekend, others will be staying at home to work in the yard and the garden, and some of you may be planning a little party or a get-together with friends. Well, whatever your plans, be sure to have Alka-Seltzer handy. Then, if your weekend activity should cause you to have a headache, an upset stomach, acid indigestion, muscular aches and pains, or morning after misery, Alka-Seltzer stands ready to be your friend in need, offering you the kind of relief you want when you want it. So check up on your supply of Alka-Seltzer tablets now. You may want the fast relief they offer before the weekend's over. And, of course, you know if you need more Alka-Seltzer, you can get a package at your nearest drugstore. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Cedric's tent has finally been removed, and the old fellows are getting the store all fixed up in preparation for the visit of Gregory W. Dobbs. Squire has announced that his friend and great building contractor, Mr. Dobbs, will arrive in Pine Ridge to discuss the plans of the proposed Wonderful World apartments. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their jot-em-down store and library. Listen.
Better hurry up, Abner. Sweep a little faster. Mr. Dobbs will be here any minute now.
Doggies, Lum, I've already swept the store out twice this morning. Ain't nothing more to sweep out.
Well, we want the place to look nice and clean for Mr. Dobbs. Want to make a good impression on him.
Yeah, I know.
Hurry up and get that done, then put a couple more chairs around the table in the library there.
Chairs? What do you want them for?
Well, so's we can all sit around the table and have a regular business meeting.
Oh.
Board of director stuff.
Uh-huh.
Granny's, I'm going to run this right and show Mr. Dobbs I'm a big executive and all that stuff.
Well?
Mouse here, you done drawing the drawings?
Yes, sir. The plans are all ready to show Mr. Dobbs, Lum.
Well, good. Hurry up, Abner. Get them chairs put around.
I'm getting to it. Doggies, I don't see why we got to make such a fuss over this Mr. Dobbs feller.
Abner, don't you understand? He's a big, famous building contractor, and he's donating his services just to help us build the Wonderful World apartments. So the least we can do is to be nice to him and cooperate with him. I said, put that big chair at the end there. That's where I'll sit.
Uh-huh. Lum, you sure that this just ain't some trick of Squire's to get that $10,000 away from us?
Of course not. That's ridiculous. You're just suspicious, Abner.
I am.
This Dobbs wouldn't get himself mixed up in some such a scheme as that.
Well, I hope not.
Don't forget, he's a rich retard feller. Well, he built the Empire State Building, don't forget that.
Yeah, but I've been thinking about what Squire said about us having to turn the money over to Mr. Dobbs. That don't sound exactly right to me.
Well, that's just a usual business custom, Abner.
Yes, huh?
Yeah, you see, Mr. Dobbs being the contractor, he's got to pay all the carpenters and painters and cement workers and all that.
Yeah, but, well, just the same, I think we ought to keep being in charge of that money ourselves, old.
Well, maybe you're right, Abner. You might have a good idea there.
I believe I'm right, Mom.
I'll discuss it with him and see if we can't work it out some way or other so we can handle the money ourselves.
Well, good.
Leastways, I won't let them put nothing over on me. I can tell you that right now.
Now, look out there, Mr. Lum. Here they come now.
Huh?
Hey, Doggies, that's him, all right. Squire and Mr. Dobbs. Or at least I reckon that's who that feller is.
Yeah, that must be him, all right. Granny's, ain't he a big, distinguished-looking feller?
Yeah, look at him there.
He's a little older than I figured he'd be.
Yeah.
Just tell by looking at him that he's built an awful lot of big buildings in his time.
Yeah, he's got an awful red face, I'll say that for him.
Yeah, well, that's more than likely on account of him being outdoors so much, working on them buildings all the time.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Mousy. Get your drawings all laid out on the table there.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Now, don't forget, Abner. I want both you and Mousy to try to act dignified. Sort of keep an eye on Mr. Dobbs and try to be like him.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Mind out. Here they come.
Yeah. Well, howdy, Squire. Come on in.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen. Well, I want you to meet my good friend and old school chum, Gregory W. Dobbs. Mr. Dobbs, this is Mr. Edwards here.
Howdy do, Mr. Dobbs.
Well, glad to know you.
And this is Mr. Peabody.
Yeah, Peabody, glad to know you.
Howdy, Mr. Dobbs.
Oh, yes, now, and this is Mousy Gray, the lad that conceived the idea for the Wonderful World apartment.
Yeah, great work, Mr. Gray, great work.
Yes, sir.
Well, now we're all acquainted. Why,
Well, cigars. Nice-looking cigars you have on the counter here, Mr. Edwards.
Oh, well, thank you. Go ahead and help yourself to... Oh, you done that.
Yeah, great. Here, you want one, Squire?
Why, yes. Thank you, W. Thank you.
Nothing I like better than a good cigar when I'm looking over a new set of plans. No, indeed, nothing better.
That's funny. That's just the way it is with me, too. I always have to have smoke 6 or 7 of them when I'm looking at plans.
Why, Lum, I never seen you smoke
Here, Abner, you better have one, too.
Well, I never do.
Go ahead and take it.
Oh.
Here, Mousy, you take one, too.
Well, all right, Lum, but I don't know much
Well, I reckon we're all fixed up now. Well, let's all sit down at the table over here and get the meeting started.
Great.
You sit over there next to Mousy, Mr. Dobbs, or W, so you can look at the plan.
Yeah, great.
That's it, Squire. Sit right there. Everybody ready now?
Here, Mousy, you got to bite off the end of a cigar for it'll
Hey,
smoke.
shut up, Abner.
Oh, thank you, sir.
The meeting will now come to order according to the laws and bylaws by virtue of the power invested in me.
You got that to lodge meeting.
On this day at exactly... Oh, my goodness, I lost my watch.
Huh? Lost your watch?
Yes, sir.
Well, you don't say. Perhaps you mislaid it, Lum, but I'm sure we'll find it around here someplace. Won't we, W.W.?
What's that, Squire?
I said we'll find Lum's watch, won't we?
Oh, yes, sure. Let me see now. What could that be? Well, what do you know? Here it is right on the floor beside me. There you are, Mr. Edwards.
Well, much obliged, W.W. Oughtn't to be so careless around. Well, the meeting will proceed. Any old business come for the meeting? Any new business? All in favor, say aye.
Great.
We'll now take up the plans of the proposed Wonderful World apartment building.
Great. How about the money, Mr. Edwards?
I believe the plans come first, W.W. You better have a look at them now and see what you think of the plans.
Great.
Mousy, show W.W. the plans there. The different ones you got drawed up and all.
Well, Lum, would it be all right if I went back in the feed room and laid down for a little bit? I feel a little dizzy.
Dizzy?
Yes, sir. I'll see you later, gentlemen. Excuse me.
Well, wait, Mousy. I reckon the cigar he was smoking was a little strong for him. He don't smoke 'em all the time like me and you. Hey, W.W.
Doggies, it is getting awful smoky in here, Lum.
Yeah, but that's the way I like it. Well, what do you think of the plans there, W.W.?
Great. Absolutely great.
You're looking at 'em upside down, Mr. Dobbs.
Upside down?
You see, that's the way big contractors usually look at plans, Abner. Gives them a bird's eye view, you see.
Oh, natural.
Yes, they have to do that when they're working on those tall buildings. That's the way they do it.
Oh, yeah. Like the Empire State Building. W.W.?
What did you say, Mr. Edwards?
I said like the Empire State Building.
Yes, I like it fine. Great piece of work, great. Well, so much for the plans. Now, about the money.
Well, just a minute, W.W. We got a couple of questions we want to ask about the plans first. Do you think we ought to build the apartment out of brick or stucco?
Great. You won't go wrong on that.
Or we can build it out of stone.
Stone is great. Never go wrong on stone. Never go wrong. I strongly recommend that, yes, indeed. Now, about the money.
Yes, you see, Lum, W.W. wants to get started as soon as possible because, he feels that this is such a magnificent and beneficial civic project, you know.
That's great.
But, of course, in order to do that, why, he must have a free hand to order materials and to hire workers and all such of that. And, as you well know, that all costs money, Lum.
Oh, natural.
So, now, if you'll just turn the account over to W.W.
Well, wait just a minute, though, Squire. Me and Abner were just talking this over a while ago, and we figure we ought to keep the money in our own hands.
Yes, sir.
You see, Dodge and he's left that money in our care, so we feel like we ought to follow out his wishes as long as he's putting up the money.
Well, now, if I'm going to build this building, I've got to have control.
Yes, I agree with W.W., yes. Lum ought to keep charge of the money. Yes, he should. And I see no reason why it won't work out satisfactorily. Lum can write all the checks, and that way, why, he can keep an eye on the accounts. Yes, that's a very good plan, Lum. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes, great.
Much obliged, Squire. I'm glad you see it my way.
Yes, well, now, the first thing to do is for W.W. to order the lumber. Naturally, he'll have to have money for that. How much do you think you'll need, W.W.? Just enough for a down payment, you know.
I don't know. About 30,000.
Yes, that's about right. Yes, $1,200. Make out a check for that amount, Lum. We'll get this apartment underway right now.
Yeah, all right. You reckon that'll be enough lumber?
Oh, yes. Well, enough to start anyway. Here's a blank check, and there's my fountain pen.
Oh, yeah.
You better take this blotter, too, Lum. That pen leaks a little.
All right, let's see now. What's the name of the lumber company I make this out to?
Why, W.W. probably wants to dick her little, Lum, see where he can get the best price. So, I'd suggest now that you just make it out to him, and then he can endorse it over to whoever gets the lumber.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes, yes.
Take it to the order of W.W. Dobbs.
Yes, that's right. That's the thing to do,
There's so
Lum.
much smoke in here I can't hardly see.
Yes, it is. A little smoky.
Great.
There, now Abner's got to sign it. You see, we got the money in both our names.
Oh.
For goodness sakes, Abner, what's the matter with you? Sit up straight.
Lum, I believe I'll go back there in the feed room and lay down for a spell, too. I don't feel very good.
Swan to goodness, one little cigar. Well, wait, Abner, sign this check before you go.
Well, I don't think I can,
Yes,
Lum.
you can. Here, take this pen. Here's the check.
Well, whereabouts? I can't see nothing.
Right in front of you there, right by the blotter. Maybe we ought to open a window in here.
Well, there it is, sign, Lum.
Yeah, all right, here you are, W.W.
Yeah, great. Well, I'll rush this right to a lumber company. Yeah. Come on, Squire. I've got to get back to the county seat.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll see you later, gentlemen. So long, Lum.
Yeah, so long, Squire. Wonderful world.
Yes, indeed.
Granny's Abner, we're in the building business now, sure enough. Wait a minute. Squire forgot his pen and blotter. Well, for goodness sakes, Abner, look what you done.
Huh?
You never signed that check. You signed the blotter.
Vitamins A and D, and also the B vitamins. Those are the vitamins whose benefits you get in the two kinds of one-a-day brand vitamin tablets. One-a-day vitamin A and D tablets, and one-a-day vitamin B complex tablets. Now, the one-a-day brand vitamin A and D tablets in the yellow box contain liberal quantities of the cod liver oil vitamins. What's more, one-a-day A and D tablets are pleasant tasting, with no fishy, oily taste, no aftertaste. Actually, each tablet contains an extra margin, 25% more than your normal basic daily needs. So, one tablet a day is all you take. Now, the second one-a-day product, the one-a-day B complex tablets, contain an entirely different group of vitamins. The B vitamins, which are also necessary to your bodily well-being, in which nerves, energy, and digestion all play a part. So be wise, and when you buy vitamins, depend on the name you know. One-a-day brand. It means convenience and economy, because one of each, just once a day, is all you take. So ask your druggist for both one-a-day brand vitamin A and D tablets in the yellow box, and one-a-day brand vitamin B complex tablets in the gray box. Look for that big 1 on each package.
And that may have been the best mistake they could have made. From 83 years ago, May 1st, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Tune in tomorrow for an hour of George and Gracie, the Charlie McCarthy Show, Life with Luigi, and The Couple Next Door. Have yourself a great Thursday. We'll see you for Friday comedy here on Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.